Helicopter action not too far away from starting, all thanks to A-grade oils and batteries. Luke Norman, Paul Dale, they will sort you out. Add blue, everything you need. Scotty Montgomery and Bob Jackson. And Bob Jackson in the box today. He's that good. He's doing 40-wing stats and he is doing special comments for elite building and construction. Bobby, who are we running our eyes over today? Only doing a couple of stats,
yes,
but who are we looking at?
We're only doing a couple today. I had a bit of a chat with Monty off air there a little while. We're going to concentrate on Sam Murray, Sam Giggles.
Sorry, I was just watching the toss and no one actually pointed the way, so I can't tell you which way anyone's going. Just quietly.
Alex Markley was there. That doesn't
That
surprise
doesn't
me.
surprise me. He's probably kicking to the northern side.
To the Wing Maggie's ground.
We're looking at Sam Catapan and also Lockie O'Brien.
Justin Kelly.
And also for the Myrtleford Saints, we're going to have a look at Matty Murray and the Dale brothers as well. So they're three from each side that we're going to sort of concentrate on.
Murray.
So it's Matty
Murray.
Matty Murray.
Matty Mares about him, so yeah. So no, they're the 6 players we're going to concentrate on today because we've got a fair bit going on today in the box. So we
do indeed.
We'll just leave it at that.
All right, Bob. Only one's been able to do specials and stats well,
okay.
so
that must
you
have been
enjoy. You enjoy an elite company there.
That was Scott Montgomery. I reckon it was the Rovers Magpies game here a couple of years ago. You did both, Monty. You did it very, very well. Sun's just gone behind the clouds at the moment as well, but it is a very good day for footy and netball, Bob. As Bob is speaking to me and saying, get the time clock up, Panda, because we don't have an electric scoreboard here, Mont.
No, it's one of the few grounds without the electric
only
scoreboard.
ground.
Yeah.
See, DVAC was really hard on you last game about that.
Was he?
I can understand. You haven't got it out this week. That's the
Backs.
that's the issue.
Just needs to worry about his own backyard sometimes, I
He's
feel. What do we
worry
think
about watching
like,
football
yeah,
today.
just making sure he's not worried about his Hawthorn Hawks who he thinks are going to win the flag next year. But anyway, he's got a bit to learn about footy.
He does indeed. Who wins this one, boys, and why?
I'm going to go with the Rovers bouncing back, particularly with Muzz back in the side, Sam Murray back in the side and controlling. He had real concerns over their system and the way they played last week when they were under pressure. They sort of went away from their structures and systems, and he was really emphasising that after the game when we interviewed him. So I expect him to have a massive influence on how they move the football and how they control the football today. Particularly, as you said earlier, Monty, on the outside. So I expect the Rovers to come out breathing fire today, but in saying that, I expect Myrtleford to put up a good showing as well.
Yeah, I'm going to have the Rovers. I just feel their depth through the middle of the ground is going to be a little bit too strong for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, and I think they'll find a way. I think Alex Marklu's prime for today. I know he's going to have the tough task of Zach Pepperidge on his backside all day, but I reckon he's up for it because he doesn't have two weeks in a row where he doesn't kick goals. So I reckon today could be one of Elmer's days.
Yeah, Rovers for mine as well. I just think they'll have too much class for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, but it would not surprise me at all. Myrtleford are playing pretty good footy if they cause a bit of an upset today. Past players dated here at the WJ.
So you sat on the fence just then?
No, what I'm saying is I picked the Rovers, but it wouldn't surprise me. A little difference, but yes, I do have a poll up my you-know-what because I'm sitting on a fence. Past Players Day today here at the Wangaratta Rovers, celebrating, I think, 4 or 5 premierships. A couple from the reserves, so the 64, 74, 84 reserves premierships, the 94 A-grade and senior football premierships, of course. Robbie Walker, a couple of the Wilsons, they were a
boys.
gun side, weren't they, Mike?
Yeah, Pasquale.
Pasquale be there somewhere, yeah. The Hill boys, they'd be running around them, wouldn't they?
No, I reckon it'd be too early for them.
Dismissed them?
Yeah, maybe Roscoe just, but no, I think he might have missed that.
He's 100, Roscoe, isn't
He is old, yeah. He's getting there, but no, what a side they were that day.
Sun out and shining, a short little siren, but we're underway here at the WJ Finlay Oval. Here's Scotty Montgomery. It's the Rovers and the Saints.
As we see Chrissy and Cossa, what a battle that's going to be. Go at it. Ball's just fumbling around on the ground, just fiddles out to Chrissy, gets it on the boot quickly, goes up high. Mark's going to be taken here by Jacobs.
Back in from VFL duty, Mont.
Yes, he's very, very good player is Alex Jacobs. Finds Maracca in the middle of the ground. Maracca plays on quickly, looking for Riccardi. Just falls short, gets tackled by Ellison. That's a great tackle by Ledger as well. He's going to be rewarded. Charlie Ledger, up-and-coming junior from the Wangaratta Rovers. Great start for him.
I wonder if we'll see a quicker interpretation of holding the ball today.
Yeah, it seems to be the topic
an
of
AFL
conversation.
rule.
Yeah.
It is indeed. That was clearly holding the ball as the Rovers move it to centre wing. Here's Lockie O'Brien, the former Carlton man. He'd be pretty happy about what happened on Thursday night.
Bit like Bob.
O'Brien, beautiful kick. Lands in the arms of Williamson, who checks his kick at the last minute. Mark Lou diving at ground level, wasn't able to mark. Pethridge did well to sweep up. On to Jackson East, his former Bustleton teammate. Calogero goes to Booker, still in his own defensive 50, drops the ball on the ground, picks it up and kicks it down the wing. Maracca's going to be the first one there. Christie didn't really put in much of a chase. A poor kick from Maracca has been turned over on centre wing by Will Nolan.
Shag and on, ever reliable, gets to the right positions. looking for a teammate. He's going to roll around on his left. Goes to half forward, but Simon Curtis is in the right spot. Chops it off. Gives a handball straight away. Here they go through Jacobs.
Good hands.
Another handball there. Opens up for Fraser Dale. Dale through the middle of the ground. Goes to his brother in Lockie Murphy Dale. Murphy Dale now looking for someone inside 50. Goes over the head of Munro towards Riccardi. It's a great kick. He's going to get a free kick for too high. Brodie Riccardi's going to get the first shot on goal for the game.
And boys, just a match-up. Pethridge has gone to Mark Lou and had the perfect opportunity to take a mark inside 50, and the kick wasn't quite on. That would have been a perfect start for Al. But Myrtleford have rebounded beautifully here, and Brodie Riccardi's having a shot on goal from about 45, Monty.
Massive.
Looks like Ledger's got the job on
massive
Riccardi.
job for Charles Ledger. He's a little goal sneak, Brodie. Been one of the better players for Myrtleford over a few years now. Riccardi rolls around. Sets sail from 48. Gets it there. Just on the line. It's going to be touched. McQuaid and Christie got back there, did their jobs as the talls, and touch it through for the first score of the day. That's Myrtleford, Alpine Saints, one behind. Wangaratta Rovers yet to score.
Allison with the kick-in duties. He's had a very good start to his Rovers career. Looks for his coach in Murray back in today. Philo tried to spin out of a couple of tackles, was brought to ground. Stiff not to get holding the ball there, Jossie Maraca, and he's letting Bodie Philo know about it, but the umpire didn't pay holding the ball. So boundary throw in, centre wing, right in front of the Rovers bench here at the WJ Finlay Oval. Perfect day for footy. We've gone around 2 minutes on the Macca's time clock. 1 point, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. The Rovers yet to score on our game traffic and contracting scoreboard. Jacobs came through, rode the bump beautifully. Tried to get rid of it, brought down on a strong Catapan tackle. We'll have a ball up. Right side of the centre square. Monty, you have a crack. Time clock, all thanks to Macca's.
As it goes up, Cossa wins that one easily. Falls the way now of Harrington. No, it's Shaganolan, cuts it off and gives it to Williamson. Williamson across to Ellison, to Catapan. Nice quick hands there by the Rovers, and they link up with O'Brien. O'Brien goes down the ground, and there's that man, Brodie Philo.
Del Bosco's gone to him.
Goes inboard now, looking for Stu Booth. Over the top there, Jacobs gets a hand on it. Falls the way there of Capillari. Goes inboard to Curtis. Nice handball back to Capillari, who goes sideways, finds Pethbridge. Pethbridge now for Myrtleford Alpine Saints, goes through the middle towards Munro. Munro rolls around straight away and he takes a bounce. It's a confident bounce. Goes down the line, taken now by a teammate, and that is Young. Levi Young, plays on. Jackie Garris comes from behind. Umpire says play on. Gave it back to Munro. Munro just shows a clean set of heels and goes inside 50 towards Murphy Dale. Ball falls now towards East. East gives a handball sideways. It's just fumbling around inside 50 for the Alpine Saints. Oh, what a tackle it is by Allison.
Yep.
And the whistle goes. He's going to get given the free kick and away they go.
Yeah, they're playing with the advantage here, the Rovers. O'Brien pumps it to half forward. Mark Lou there. Looks a little bit proppy with that knee strapped. Hand passes it back to Booth. He was under pressure. Kicks to half forward. Well done there by Calagero of the Saints. Going in and worrying Del Bosco out of it was Lewis. The ball just bobbles around at half forward for the Rovers.
Tackle.
A great tackle there by,
Lewis.
I think it was Horrigan on O'Brien. Wasn't rewarded. The Saints mop up though. Here's big Toby Cossa. The Duke's out in front on centre wing. The Saints one behind. The Rovers yet to score. We've played about 4 minutes. The game traffic and contracting scoreboard. That ball is out of bounds on
He's
the
paid in
full.
the back, I think. Going to pay in the back.
In the back, free
Yep.
kick.
Well done, Bobby Jackson for Elite Building and Construction. It's a free kick here to Myrtleford on centre wing, and it's going to go the way of Charlie Chrismont.
Chris right in amongst the Wangaratta bench there. The Rovers boys did not care. They didn't get out of the way, and Chris just sets sail and goes long and deep. Punch there from Ledger. Falls away of Munro. Tackled straight away, but able to get a boot to it. Goes to the goal square. There's that man, Lockie Murphy Dale. He's going to have a shot from straight in front, 8 metres out. Well done, Matty Munro. Did not give up on that and got it boot to ball. Plays on straight away. Lockie Murphy Dale puts it through. First goal on the board for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Goes to Lockie Murphy Dale. That's 1-1-7 Myrtleford with Wangaratta Rovers yet to score. And, of course, that's on the game traffic and contracting scoreboard.
Yeah, Matty Munro's been everywhere at the moment. He's had 3 early touches, 3 influential touches, all inside 50 and front and centre there. Beautifully centred the ball into the ever opportunist in Lockie Dale, and he's made no mistake in kicking the goal. So I'm very impressed with the way Myrtleford's moving the football at the moment. Very clean throughout the offside, through the far side, scoreboard side of the ground, and then the entry inside. Dirty ball, presented their forwards with opportunities, and the small forwards come into play there.
Joel Smith was caught on Murphy Dale on that instance. He's got the match up on Munro, and you're right, Bobby. Lockie McCartney has gone to Lockie Murphy Dale. So watch that match up throughout the course of the day. Back in the middle, Christie and Cossa go at it. Philo briefs it out of there. Overrunning the football was Harrington. Winning it back was Del Bosco. Flicks it over the top to Harrington. Fraser Dale in amongst it. Good pressure from the Rovers, but Del Bosco just moves through the channel. Forward hand pass to Dale. Onto Capillari. He's got a beautiful left foot. Kicks the Saints back inside forward 50. Murphy Dale out the back. He's going to kick 2. He's missed. Just had a little bit more time. He ended up burning McCartney here. Put on a bit of pressure, but he's missed from about 15 metres out. Minor score to the Saints. They look pretty quick. 1-2-8. The Rovers yet to score. That's on the game traffic and contracting scoreboard.
If that ball gets in nice and quick, he's going to be an absolute handful today, Lockie Dale.
I think Lockie McCartney's got to be careful not to let Murphy Dale out the back like we've seen already a couple of times. He can be very dangerous. As the Rovers now send it nice and long. Gets out the back. Costa's taken the mark and he's claimed it. Umpire says yes. Go back and have a kick, Toby. Toby started well too, I think, Panda. He's been fantastic. Costa now goes inside 50 for Chisler. It's a nice kick, but well spoilt there by McQuaid. Fell the way of Osborne, who gives it to Christie. Christie now finds Catapan, and then he links up with Garish. That's what we want to see. Jackie Garish running. It's a nice kick through the middle. Sammy Murray's got no one inside 50. He sets sail from home from 80 metres out. It's going to bounce near the goal square. It's bounced the wrong way. It's still in play. It's still in play.
It's hit the post.
And it's hit the post. Going to be out of bounds. But Sammy was definitely having a shot there, boys.
It was a foot race. The big Frenchman was taken on all comers there. He started in front and then got pegged back by about 3 or 4 players there.
So pace isn't his go?
No,
is that what you're saying?
I'm saying his go's his tap out there. Going to.
I like Jack Garish moving through the middle of the ground then, though. That was fantastic. Needs a big game, Jackie.
That's that outside speed that we were talking about earlier.
He's
something
delivery
that Gaston doesn't have.
No. He's inside beast.
In the middle of the ground was perfect as well. Big Frenchman, of course, kicked 6 goals a few weeks ago. Toss back into play inside the Rovers, attacking 50. Lockie O'Brien swooping on this ball, goes to ground. Mark Lou. Fancy little hand pass over to Catapan, who tries to find his left foot tied up against the boundary, swings it back to the tooth of goal. Coming through with pace and shrugging off. Sam Murray! Goal of the year almost from Sam. The don't argue, the tight finish in the pocket. Left foot snap across his body. Sam Murray, welcome back.
Absolute class there. Straight from the stoppage, Gaston won the tap to Catapan, who's busy, been really busy. Had 5 early touches and got the ball to Sam Murray. He done the rest. Magic finish there. Left on the left foot, running towards the boundary line and snapped it beautifully. What an outstanding finish by the leader that they were looking for last game, and he's also presented that so much so early in the game this week.
First contender for a steal line goal today, right there from Sam Murray. It's first for the Rovers. They trail by 2 points on the game traffic and contracting scoreboard. So give that tap there to, I think it was Christie, but sharked by Maraca. Gets it on the boot, falls away of Garish. So nice little tap there from Garish to McQuaid. A little handball over the top now, finds O'Brien on his left boot. It's a nice little kick towards his midfield mate in Sammy Catapan. Catapan's about 70 metres away from goal. Goes straight away. It's not a great handball. Back to O'Brien. Put him under the pump. Got it back to Catapan. He goes inside 50 now. It's not a great kick. It's to the teeth of the goals. Jacobs gives a handball now sideways to Collegiero. Collegiero's under the pump. Oh, wow. Well done there. The forward pressure from Osborne it was. Ball falls now towards Capillari. Capillari now over the top. Ball to Marklew. Picks it up for the Rovers. Great handball sideways. Finds McConigal. Goes towards Murray. Doesn't quite take the mark. Peffridge did well to worry him out of it. Falls away of Alex McCarthy for the Rovers. Gets it on the boot. It's out of bounds on the full. And the Saints now will get it in the back pocket.
Even though it's just a handball, they'll be doing Alex Marklew's confidence the world of good to get involved nice and early. Took him a long time to get involved last game. So for an early touch, even though it's a handball for a key forward, good to get away.
Like the look of Sam Murray playing forward too. Called for it in pre-game. Maybe he was listening. Goes short.
Still carrying a hammy.
Maybe that too. Here's Alex Jacobs, deep in defence for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Played 4 or 5 games straight with the Bull Ants in the VFL. Exits defence. Looks for the big tall man in Cossa. I thought McCartney was stiff not to get paid the mark there. Falls the way here of Lockie Murphy-Dale. Too many wheels there and burns McMonigal. Forward hand pass finds Maraca, who's been wrapped up by Christie. Done a 360, but able to get a hand pass out to Fraserdale. His hand pass hit the deck. And the Rovers win it back on centre wing, far side. Boyd goes out wide to McMonigal, getting a couple of little touches. His kick asked a lot of Allison, who's under pressure in his own defensive 50, does well. Comes out wide and switches the footy to Garish. The Rovers can play on straight away, and he does.
Gives a handball towards Philo. It's a kind bounce. Philo retrieves it. Kicks it out in front of That is Sammy Catapan, who doesn't take it. It's not great effort there. And now Bedendo. Bedendo has one bounce, gives a handball over the top now to a teammate. Is he going to get it back? No, he goes towards Munro. This time he gets it back, Bedendo. Bedendo's now going to go inside 50 towards Murphy Dale. Oh, well done, Jason McQuaid. Got back in the hole. Murphy Dale first to recover, picks it up, tackled straight away. And we're going to have a ball up inside 50 here of the Alpine Saints, 40 metres away from goal.
One thing I've noticed, all the big guns have been involved early, boys. Catapan, Murray, O'Brien, Munro, Dale, they've all been involved early.
Ball tossed up. Gaston's gone in the ruck for the Rovers. Wins that one. I'm going to have a repeat stoppage. I reckon this year, boys, there has been more repeat stoppages than I've ever seen in my life in every single game I've covered. So, tell you what, Pounder, you try and get a clearance because I don't want another repeat stoppage.
I think you might be the bad omen.
I
there,
think
Monty.
I am.
Potentially. A little bit of free footy. Gaston wins it out of the ruck and Sharks. It is kicks intercepted, though, by Calagero. He's had a couple of really good weeks for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. The former Shep Swans boy. His kick was looking for Simon Curtis, but it was read beautifully across half-back by McCarthy.
Stop handing out raps.
Goes short to Finn Osborne. Plays on straight away. Exits defence. Short little chiseler finds Tom Boyd. And he can run and gun. He's got open space in front of him. He's taken 3 bounces. Have another one, Tom. Could have taken 4. Puts it on the boot.
Oh,
a
beautiful.
brilliant kick out the back to McMarklew. Well done by Pethbridge. Got a fist in at the right time. And he's been awarded here with a free kick for holding the ball. Well done, Zach Pethbridge. He looked done in that contest.
Covered a lot of ground to get back and just get a fist on that one in front of Marklew. So it was a great job. Ball transfers now to Hourigan. Hourigan in the back pocket for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Just looking for a teammate. He's going to go long down the line, I reckon, here and look for his ruckman in Cossa. Cossa sits under it. Gaston gets a run and jump at it. Gets out the back towards Chris. Smith falls away with McQuaid now for the Rovers. Oh, a little burner. Finds McCarthy. McCarthy finds Philo. He might set Salvin home. No.
Ooh.
He wanted to go, I reckon, boys, but he's taken the mark just inside 50. And don't put this outside of Brody Philo's range. I reckon he's half a chance for this one.
He loves a long bomb, Lockie. Brody, sorry. He loves to kick the ball nice and long, so he'll back himself in here.
I think ever since his brother started kicking goals from outside 50, he's thought he can. Because his brother's Kane Farrell from Port Adelaide.
Oh, really?
Yep, half-brother. So,
Well, there you go.
Brody, he's going to set sail from about 55.
Both beautiful kicks.
Yes.
They are very nice kicks. Starts to move in now, does Brody Philo. Rolls around a little bit, sets sail from 55. He's got it through. He likes it. It's off the boot. Half post high. Brody Philo for a steal line goal today. That's the Rovers' second. Takes them up to 2 goals straight, 12. 4-point lead over the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, 1-2-8 on the game traffic and contracting scoreboard. And we've gone nearly 14 minutes on the McDonald's time clock.
He's hit that absolutely sweet as a nut. By the time he made contact, that kick was 53 to 54 metres out and it went through half post height. Beautiful play there. Moved the ball down the club room side, delivered the ball on a platter. Brody could have played on and handballed it over the top to Catapan, but decided to take the responsibility upon himself and nailed it from outside 53.
Beautifully spot up by Alex McCarthy, who came in ball with a nice kick. So after the Myrtleford Alpine Saints drew first blood, the Rovers have kicked the last 2. Capillari across half back. Nice kick out really wide. Finds Harrington. His kick was a real shocker in the middle of the ground. Murray sweeps in, intercepts for the Rovers, goes short to Smith, who gives it off to Catapan.
50-metre penalty here.
And a 50-metre penalty here for a high against Smith.
So it's because Smith got rid of the footy and then got taken out of being able to get the next one. That's why it's a 50-metre penalty.
Yeah, so well done there by Mason Ring. And Sam Catapan, in fact, it's Joel Smith, is going to be marched to about
should have been Sammy's
45 metres out directly in front. I don't imagine that Joel Smith has kicked too many senior goals in his senior career in the Ovens and Murray.
I'm going to go with you there. I don't reckon he would have either, just quietly.
He's a defender who's played a lot of twos footy, but he's going to line up, as I said, from 45 out directly in front, and he's missed.
Still hasn't kicked a lot of goals.
Just scraped in for a minor score.
That's those raps we were talking about last week, Pen. Just stop handing them out, mate. Stop handing them out.
I questioned him, and he didn't deliver. 2-1-13.
I think you're right.
Alpine Saints 1-2-8.
I think you're right, though, Monty. That free kick should have been Sam Catapan's. The advantage played, that should have been Sam's free kick from 40 metres out.
You just never know sometimes, do you, Bobby? Yeah, they see something different out there. Sometimes the men in green. So
yeah, you said it, not me.
Anyway, we'll go with that. Jackson East now takes the mark for Myrtleford. Still in his defensive 50. Tight to the broadcast side. Oh, good smother on the mark from Amory. Fraser Dale gets tackled straight away. Ball goes to Jack Garish. Oh, unselfish. No, it's going to come back.
To Fraser Dale. He was getting held off the ball.
Elijah Amory must have been the indiscretion against there. So Fraser Dale's going to get the free kick. That was going to be a certain goal for the Rovers, so they'll be disappointed with that. And look at that for a kick. That's a great kick to go in the middle of the ground to open it up. Lockie Murphy-Dale now is the recipient. It goes sideways, not a great kick. Puts his team under the pressure, and we're going to have a ball up on the far side, about 80 metres away from the Wangaratta Rovers goal. And in front of the scoreboard that says that the Rovers have a 5-point lead thanks to game, traffic and contracting.
First term for A-grade oils and batteries. Sam Murray been tackled hard by Simon Curtis. Another ball up. How many touches early days for Sam Murray, Bob Jackson?
Sam Murray's had just 3 early doors.
40-wing stat sheet, and Bobby Jackson for Elite Building and Construction as well. Capillari jams it on the boot. It floats inside forward 50. Murphy-Dale with a lot of work to do at ground level. Gets between 2, spins out of traffic, gets around 3, onto Ned Turner, who's set sail against his old side and bangs it through. Put that down to Lockie Murphy-Dale. A calm finish from Ned Turner. 40 metres out directly in front. And the Myrtleford Alpine Saints get their second. They go to 2-2-14. They're back in front over the Rovers, 2-1-13. Game, traffic and contracting scoreboard, 17 played.
Great individual effort there by Lockie Dale. He had every right to have a shot on goal himself after the fantastic work that he did, get himself out of trouble. But he did the unselfish thing and handballed it to an open player, running into goal and finished off accordingly to some great play, some great individual play. So good goal by Myrtleford.
Absolutely it was. I'll tell you what, Ned Turner, there's something about him. I like him. I don't know what the Rovers missed there, but Myrtleford Alpine Saints get the gain of having him in their side. Fraser Dale has been productive so far.
So's Capillari.
Yes, and Capillari is not a great kick. And McMonigal takes the mark, goes sideways towards the coach in Murray. Murray's just looking at it. Put him down for another 40s wings, please, Bobby. Goes inside 50 now to Sammy Murray. Heads towards McCarthy. Gets out the back towards Marklew. Pethbridge is there now. Gets there. He's going to take it over. Gives a handball. No. Stays in. Hourigan on the boot. Heads towards Costa and Christie. Christie out the back. Doesn't quite complete the mark. Dives on the ground now. He's going to be in a bit of trouble if he doesn't get it out. Comes out with Myrtleford Alpine Saints all over it. And here they go through Jackson East.
Yeah, good fist. He was going down the line to Ned Turner and Nolan just punched it over the boundary line. Capillari started really well for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Of course, played VFL for North Melbourne, I think, last week or the week before.
They were lost.
Alex Marklu's got his hands full. Pethridge is getting his hands in at the last second, the last 2 or 3 times, which could have made it an easy mark for Alex, but he's going to have a day today.
Been dirty entries, but haven't they? They've been neat ones in general play. They've been a bit yuck for him.
It's given Pethridge a chance to get there.
Absolutely.
1 point lead to the Saints. Opening term for A-grade oils and batteries as we tick up towards the 19th minute mark for Maccas. Here's Booker. Goes short to Matty Munro. He's class Matty Munro. He hand pass hit the ground though. Asked a lot of Jackson East, who pulls it back across his body to half forward. Riccardi had a tough match up there, and Boyd. Curtis has caught Murray off the ball. High. He bumped him. Murray's bounced straight back up, but they might have a look at that. Sam Murray has the ball across half back. Looks inboard. Kick has to be good. It's not for Christie. He's pretty good at ground level for a ruckman. Goes by hand to Jace McQuaid. He's got the hard-running Lockie O'Brien for him at half forward. Ball just bounces beautifully for him, but he's been run down behind by Beatty for Myrtleford. Coming back here, Capillari working hard in defence. Goes short to Jacobs.
It goes towards Riccardi now. Great little pick up from little Brody. Brody around the body. Not his best kick. What's it going to do? It's going to bounce straight out of bounds.
That's a win.
That is a win for Myrtleford because it wasn't the best kick from Brody Riccardi, but his work rate so far, Brody's up and about. And when he's up and about, Myrtleford generally play well.
He needed to be clean there, Monty. He was in traffic, and if class, as you said, needed to be clean, got the ball out of trouble.
Just going to have the ball tossed in by the little umpire right in front of the Myrtleford bench. It's a nice little throw. Both ruckmen are nowhere near it, so we might have that one again, I reckon. I reckon ruckmen just need to be a bit more aware of how far the umpire's going to throw it. Maybe come in 5 or 10. Give the little guy a chance, because it's going to fall short again, boys.
Oh, my Lord. Well, I'm with you, Monty. The ruckman need to move up.
I don't think the umpire has to come in that far. I think
he's a good 10 metres in.
Mason,
that's well done. Yeah, but you two come a bit closer.
Good umpiring there.
Will Christie versus Cossa. It's going to fall short again, but anyway, plays on. Christie gets it out the back as it just bounces to him. Give him a clearance. He goes inside 50 towards McCarthy and Marklew. McCarthy clean at ground level around the body. The snap from Alex McCarthy, if you don't mind. Steal on goal today to Alex McCarthy. Little dribbler around the body on that left foot. It's a beauty. That's their third, the Rovers. 3-1-19 lead the Myrtleford Alpine Saints 2-2-14 on the game traffic and contracting scoreboard.
He kicked a couple of goals early, Alex McCarthy, last week, and was fantastic and kept the Rovers in the game. And that was a perfect front and centre goal, running across the face of the pack. Called it beautifully, left foot snap, curled beautifully along the ground. That the Rovers are moving the ball better when they get a bit more space and a bit more opportunity.
Two really good goals from that pocket. One to Sam Murray, one to Alex McCarthy. That was a beautiful dribbling finish. He summed it up beautifully. He had to kick that, though, because he had Sammy Catapan running the goal all on his own. Capillari once again with a clearance out of the middle for the Saints. Goes by hand to Fraser Dale, who gives it to Maracca. His kick was a bit of a shocker, and Gerish mops it up. Intercepts for the Rovers. Goes out really wide and retreats, in fact. Joel Smith, scoreboard side. He goes inboard here. Finds Sam Murray. His kick sits a long way up in the air. McCartney is able to mark for the Rovers. Just playing that possession footy that we see the Wangaratta Rovers play so much late in quarters. He goes short to big Shane Gaston. It's a fair way down for big Shano.
The Frenchman.
The Frenchman, edge of the square, defensive side. Goes long to half forward. Flying high there and taking a mark almost was Amory. Got up really high, and in the end, we've got a boundary throw in. Far side, just 4 to centre for the Rovers. We've played 22 minutes in this first term for Maccas, and it's a 5-point lead to the Wangaratta Rovers. Bobby Jackson?
Yeah, it's been a good, high-quality game so far, so I'm looking forward to what eventuates for the rest of the quarter here.
The Frenchman and Crisp. Give that one to Crisp. I think the Frenchman might have given away a free kick here.
Yep.
No, he's going to get the free kick here. Yes, wow. I saw that very differently. But anyway, the Frenchman. Another one going inside 50. Nice low Chisler. Peffbridge led it first. He got there and just keeps following it up. Falls towards Capillari. Gives a handball sideways to Hourigan. Hourigan around the body. It's not a bad kick. It's a clearing kick. Finds a teammate. I think is it Crisp it was. Gives a handball now to a runner in Buka. It's not a bad kick there and finds a Maracca on true centre wing. Joshy Maracca.
Good kick.
Goes sideways and finds Fraser Dale. Fraser Dale lets set sail for home. Goes towards Lockie Murphy Dale. And well done, Lockie McCartney gets across and knocks it over and we'll have a boundary throw in 25 away from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints goals.
I'd reckon Myrtleford want to clean up their inside 50s. If they clean it up a little bit better, they'll be real and truly in the game here.
How many inside 50s for each side, Bob?
I've got 5 to Myrtleford and 7 to Wang Rovers.
So they've had enough entry up there, but you're right, it just hasn't been too clean. Levi Young doing the ruck work and Shane Gaston in that instance. We've got a secondary stoppage. 40 around for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints goal.
So Myrtleford just got the extra behind the footy too.
Yep.
Got 2 actually.
They trail by 5 points. It's been an opening term full of highlights. We've got a free kick here going to Shane Gaston.
No, it's going to get Allison, I think.
Is it?
Yep.
You're right. Xavier Allison held off the football. He's going to win the free kick here. Deep in defence for the Wangaratta Rovers.
No, it isn't out. What's going on?
Shane Gaston, who gives it back to Allison, who should have taken the free kick anyway. He exits defence long down the line. It's going to come straight back, though. Charlie Crisp.
Do we know what the free kick was for?
No. It's one of those ruck contests. It's a gamble.
The ruck raffle.
So Charlie Crisp on centre wing. Pumps it to half forward. Big pack of players. Spills out the back here to Sam Murray, who always puts himself in a good position. Philo, sweeping hand pass to Will Nolan, who likes his left foot. It's a beautiful kick, finds O'Brien on centre wing. The Saints trail by 5 points. The Rovers lead A-grade Oars and Batteries opening term.
Booth goes to O'Brien now, who plays on straight away. He knows not a lot of time, takes a bounce. Mitchie Del Bosco gives chase, doesn't quite get there. It's a nice kick from O'Brien and finds Marklew on a lead, and that's the best kick he's had going to him inside 50 today. And he makes no mistake taking the chest mark. 45 out, tight angle. He's going to take his best.
He's ginger, isn't he? He's got up, saw that knee's heavily strapped. And as you said earlier, Monty, he's had plenty of opportunity, but the ball just hasn't been clean enough, and that was just silver service there from Lockie O'Brien. Beautiful pass, 40-metre pass, nothing more than head height, and he's taken it on his chest. Great
game awareness from Lockie O'Brien, knowing it's late in the quarter, had to get it moving quickly, give Marklew the best chance. Here he goes, Elmer. He's a long way off his line, but he doesn't mind it off the boot. It's swinging. Oh, doesn't swing enough, hits the post. For a minor score for the Wangaratta Rovers, that takes them to 3-2-20. Myrtleford Alpine Saints 2-2-14 on the game traffic and contracting scoreboard. And we've gone 25.5 minutes on the Macca's time clock.
Just go around the grounds really quickly for Wang Mazda. The Raiders by 3 goals over the Roos. Magpies by 5 points over Albury. Yarra by a goal over North Albury. And the Dogs by 7 points over Lavington. As we edge up towards quarter time here on 3&E's O&M Live for Wang Motor Group. Forrest hugs the boundary line. They'll want a stoppage here, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. And they get one tied up against the boundary just outside D50. Some 40-wing stats, Bobby Jackson.
Yeah, Sam Murray's had the 7 touches, as has Sam Catapan, and Lockie O'Brien's had the 8. And for Myrtleford, Matty Munro's had 6, and the Dale brothers have had 5 each.
Been a good start for our stat getters today.
And our stats man, he's doing beautifully.
He's been fantastic, hasn't he? See why he was such a good cricketer. Just, down to a T. Preparation's fantastic.
I knew every run I scored.
You counted them all, I reckon. I used to count them too, but I didn't have to go past me first hand. Don't worry about that one. As the ball now goes inside 50 of the Rovers. It's a turnover. Goes away of Calagero. Just a high up and under. Boyd's under it, but he gets tackled straight on, head on. Should have been a free kick, but now the ball's going to be a slinging tackle. And Lockie Murphy-Dale is going to be the recipient in the middle of the ground. A little bit stiff there, Lockie McCann. He just held on a little bit long, didn't he?
Yeah. It was just there. They're hot on that these days.
I don't mind that because it gets it out of the game.
But they've got to be consistent now.
Yes, I agree with you right there, Panda. Be consistent, please. Lockie Murphy-Dale now goes towards Munro. It's not a great kick, great pick up, but clean set of heels. Great tackle from Sam Murray. Ball now falls towards Philo. Gives the handball over to Garish. Garish backwards to Gaston, who now finds Ellison. Another link in the chain was Osborne. Nice little kick down the ground. Brodie Follows ran on. He's about 80 away from home. Just wheels around on his left. That's his opposite, and it's a beautiful kick to Amory. Nice spoil, but from Hourigan. And the ball goes out of bounds, and we'll have a throw in. There's a bit going on off the ball. It's going to be a free kick,
that was silly. It was silly.
Lockie Murphy-Dale was. Gave it away. And Elijah Amory, there's a 50. Fraser Dale, that is silly.
That is just a brain fade from both Dale
both
boys.
of them. The free kick and then the 50-metre penalty puts Elijah Amory within scoring distance. And his Norman neat kick from inside 30. And the umpire's already got the mark set about 12 metres out. So Elijah Amory will take his time here. 28 minutes gone on the Macca's time clock.
Absolute coach killer. Late in the quarter, sirens about due. 60 metres out, stoppage in play, stoppage after stoppage after stoppage, shuts a quarter down. All of a sudden, there's a free kick 11 metres out.
Very old school, but Fraser Dale getting dragged straight away, which I like. I don't mind that. Elijah Amory now sets sail and put it through. Made the umpire work, but Elijah Amory has put that one through. The 4th for the Rovers takes them to 4-2-26. Myrtleford Alpine Saints 2-2-14 on the game traffic and contracting scoreboard, and we've gone 28.5 minutes on the McDonald's time clock.
Yeah, I dare say Funky Miller won't need to say too many words there. I think it's self-explanatory there with what happened late in the quarter. I'm surprised both brothers weren't brought off in a little family meeting, I suppose you could call it. But, that's not what the Myrtleford Saints needed. Late in the quarter, they just needed to shut it down on the far side there and get a restart after restart, and then the quarter finishes, I'm thinking, within the next minute or two.
I'm looking at Funky Miller on the balcony, and he doesn't look too happy.
He hasn't jumped?
No, he hasn't. As the siren sounds here to end a pretty entertaining opening term. We've seen 6 goals kicked here on 3&E's O&M Live, and it's a 2-goal lead to the Wangaratta Rovers. 26-14 as we head to the first change. Don't go anywhere. All your stats, all your review of the opening quarter. It's Blake Panderescott with you, Scott Montgomery and Bobby Jackson, and it's the Rovers and the Saints. On O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury-Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Quarter time here at the WJ Finlay Oval and a pretty good opening term here on O&M Live. Round 8 action sees the Rovers 2 goals in front of the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. 4-2-26 over Myrtleford 2-2-14. Blake Pandaresco with you, Scotty Montgomery and Bob Jackson doing 2 roles today. Only the best can do that. 40 wing stats.
I'm
bluffing.
And elite building and construction of special comments. Now, Bob, who are our quarters best thanks to Cavalier Holmes in the opening term?
We'll go through the quarters best and then we'll go through our goal kickers. The big guns have come to play. Sam Murray's had his 7 touches. Sam Catapan's also had 7 touches, and Lockie O'Brien's had 8 touches for the Wangaratta Rovers. While for Myrtleford, Matty Munro's been class, been clean all around the front half of the ground. He's had his 7, and the Dale brothers have had 6 and 5 respectively. They're floating in and out. They're the big mover and shakers in regards to the first quarter here. With the standout stat for me is Wangaratta Rovers are 6-2 up in the clearances. So that's something that we spoke about in the pre-match, and they've moved on top, moved with that. The goal kickers are for the Wang Rovers. We've got Brody Philo with 1, Sam Murray with 1. Also, Alex McCarthy with a beauty off the left foot 1, and also Elijah Amory late in that quarter with 1. While for the Myrtleford Saints, we have Lockie Murphy-Dale with 1, and also Ned Turner finish off some great individual work from Lockie Murphy-Dale with 1 also. So there's your stats, also all but limited today, boys. But that's a little bit of a wrap of what we're going to cover today.
No, that was fantastic. Not limited at all, Bobby. I loved it. Best wrap we've had at quarter time for a long time.
Yep.
The other 2 boys will be a bit scared, I reckon.
I reckon they
There
will
might be
indeed.
another number 1 coming up very soon.
Around the grounds, quarter time
blokes,
scores in
just
other
stop it.
games in
Stop
the
it.
SS&A Ovens and Murray. The Raiders by 2 goals over Corra Rutherglen, 30-18. Albury hold a 1-point lead over the Wangaratta Magpies, 21-20. Yarrawonga are 13 points in front of North Albury, 21-8. And Wodonga lead Lavington 27-20. So
It's a bit closer than probably we thought it would be that last one, isn't it?
All games reasonably tight at the moment, all within a couple of kicks, including this one here on 3NA's R&M Live. Reckon we got a good game. The Rovers up against the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. And your second term for Jaco Albury Wodonga just about to get underway. Love to see the entries inside forward 50, Bob. Just clean up a little bit for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints in this term.
And all of a sudden, they're back within a level playing field. That's as simple as it gets, as far as I'm concerned. Lockie Dale's got, if he gets room and clean ball, goals will come.
And the second term for Jaco Albury Wodonga is underway. Christie and Cossa. Watch out for that ruck, Jewel. It's a beauty. I'll probably give Cossa the points in that opening term. Wins a clearance here to East, and his dinky little of that lovely left leg. Disappointing kick. Coming hard there was Maraka, made a contest against Williamson. Riccardi in the long sleeves at ground level. Ledger's hand pass was intercepted. Booker here for the Saints. Wins it back. Jackson East goes short. Smart kick. Finds Simon Curtis. He's got the distance from 45. No, he doesn't. It's marked in the goal square by Tommy Boyd. Places himself beautifully, and he plays on straight away to Caterpen, and they're out here, the Rovers.
I think Simon Curtis 3 years ago would have had the distance, but just the older legs not quite getting it there. It's been turned over now. Lockie Murphy-Dale gives a handball back. Maraka goes inside 50. Oh, it's a poor kick. Poor kick. Tom Boyd chops off for another intercept mark. He's been fantastic at that this year. Goes to Christie. It's bounced. I thought he's
tried claiming that.
Definitely bounce Wilbur, but he takes a bounce now himself. Goes short towards Shag and Nolan. It's a nice kick. We don't see Ruckman kick like that too often.
And stream away from an opposition player like that. Look at the follow-up work from Christie now.
How's the kick there from Shag and Nolan too? Back to find Williamson. Williamson now gets the running O'Brien, who goes short towards Gaston. It's out of bounds on the full.
He's trying to claim it too, the Ruckman.
Yeah, he's trying. Lord. He'll try and claim it all day, the big Frenchman.
The Ruckman
it's definitely out of bounds on the full. And it's going to be a free kick to Forrest for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints.
So they're out there, the Rovers. A disappointing kick there from Lockie O'Brien. Forrest, his kick finds the chest. You could hear it. Diesel Beatty plays on straight away. Disappointing kick. Cossa was running the other way. He said, kick it over my head. Not to Will Christie, who had 3 overs. His kick was poor. It's going to bring rain, and a great mark in the middle of the ground of the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. It's Jackson East. A bit of messy play to start this second term.
Too many
2 minutes.
Too many Ruckman touching the ball.
For Maccas, and as Bobby Jackson called beautifully there for Elite Building Construction. Get out of the way, big boys. Here's Murphy-Dale. Kicks it to the tooth of goal. Crisp with the Dukes. Takes in a Leap Body and Pate, Mawson's concrete mark of the day, and he's going to line up from 30 metres out directly in front.
It all come from the cross from the inside ball from Will Christie into a dangerous position where it was 3-on-2 Myrtleford's favour. Myrtleford took the mark and delivered the ball inside 50 beautifully to Crispy, who's having a shot from dead set in front, 25 metres out.
So this to give the Myrtleford Alpine Saints a bit of momentum in the second term for Jaco Albury Wodonga. He's kicked 6 goals in 3 games, and he sneaks that one through, does Charlie Crisp. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints draw the first blow in the second term. They go to 3-2-20. The Rovers 4-2-26. It's back to a 6-point ball game, Bob.
Yes, this just the start Myrtleford wanted. As we said at the quarter-time break, they just need some clean footy inside 50, and the first evidence they get of clean footy, they've taken a mark beautifully on a lead. Chris coming from the goal square, taken the mark and done the right thing by putting the ball through. So, as we spoke about, clean entries will get these Myrtleford Saints back in the game, and they'll be more than a force.
Absolutely, entries like that, that's what Chris wants, especially when he's got Boyd on him.
Played his role in 3 or 4 games, Mike.
He has. He was great against Wangaratta Rovers a few weeks ago too. Christie, give him that clearance. It's not a great one. Finds its way to east for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Goes inboard now towards Curtis. Curtis plays on straight away from the dead centre of the ground and goes short to Maraka. Maraka across half forward, just inside the centre square. It's a nice kick across the 50. Ledger for the Rovers with a nice spoil. Goes towards Allison. Allison, nice handball to McQuaid. Goes now to Murray. Murray goes sideways. And he finds Garish in the back pocket for the Wangaratta Rovers. And they'll be clearing from here.
So he goes short, Garish, to Allison. The former Strathmore captain had a really good start to his Wangaratta Rovers career. Goes short here to Sam Murray. Pulls the kick across his body to space. A bit of an interesting kick. Asks a lot there of Justin Lewis. And here come the Saints. They win it back through Capillari onto East. And here's Calagero. Lowers the eyes, finds Matty Munro. He'll wheel around here from 55. He kicks it to the pocket beautifully, looking for Lockie Murphy. Dale, he just missed him. He's frustrated there, Murphy Dale. The ball goes out of bounds for a throw in 40 metres around from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints goal.
That's their fifth inside 50, one clean football, and they've got to go.
I understand his frustration there, Lockie Murphy Dale, because he worked so hard to get open into the space, lost McCartney, and had Allison with a mismatch, and just the kick wasn't there from Munro, and this need to be better. Gets tossed in now. I think we're going to see a free kick go the way of...
Crispy.
Crisp. Big Crisp. He's going to get it. It's against Will Christie in the ruck. So Crisp goes back. Try and kick 2 in 2 minutes here.
They'd have all the play here in the second quarter, Myrtleford. They're making the most of it. They need to kick this through. This will be Crisp's second goal in about 3 minutes here.
Crisp on the move now. He'll set sail from about 45. Normally a steady shot. Oh. It's on the way. He likes it off the boot. He celebrates. That's his second. Charlie Crisp got the Rovers back dead level with the Wangaratta Rovers. It's 4-2 apiece, 26 on the CMB truck and bus scoreboard. And we've gone 5.5 minutes on the Macca's time clock in the second quarter, thanks to Jaco Orbirodonga.
I'm not sure about the free kick. There must have been a ruck infringement with the ruck raffle. And Crisp has had a shot from 40-odd metres out. Just what the Myrtleford Saints needed at quarter time, especially with the late goal in the first quarter through an indiscretion from the Dale boys. So they've bounced back well, and they're back in the game well and truly with some clean entries inside 50, as we spoke about.
So Charlie Crisps started really well in this second term. Over 100 people watching O&M Snap Print Solutions TV. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday afternoon. East out of the middle again. Fraser Dale. His kick was intercepted by Sam Murray, who breaks away from 60, kicks it into the channel beautifully for Alex Marklew.
That's what you want.
There's only one player in the comp who can do that. Intercept, deliver. That's Sam Murray, and Marklew will line up from 45 out.
We spoke about it earlier, didn't we? He hasn't had a lot of good looks, except for one late in that first quarter. But Marklew wants balls like that when he's on the lead. He had Pethbridge done because he was the first to react, as forwards normally are. And that's what can happen. He has shots all day if they can kick balls like that to him.
Brilliant by Sam Murray. Alex Marklew kicked one in the opening term.
Happy about it.
No, sorry, he missed one in the opening term. Now he's kicked one. Alex Marklew gets on the board after a couple of lean weeks. It's through for a major. A steel line goal today and a Mawson's concrete play today by the Rovers. They get one back. They go to 5-2-32. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints 4-2-26. It's a 6-point lead. Bobby Jackson for Elite Building and Construction.
It's all Myrtleford had all the play in the first 6 or 7 minutes. It took the leader to step up and do a 1%er and a smother, and then create with a beautiful kick to the fat side out in the front of your leading forward who needs some early touches, and Alex Marklew took the mark and did the rest, as a good forward should.
Momentum killer, isn't it? That sort of turnover through the middle of the ground and just snap all sort of momentum with Sam Murray getting his hands on it again here in the middle. Handball's now to Philo. Gives the handball sideways looking for McMonigal. He's going to get on the end of it. No, East does well to worry him out of it, but Allison comes in to help. Goes sideways to Philo. Philo with a nice little neat kick. Go back through the middle to Catapan. Catapan goes sideways again. Finds a teammate in Gerish. Gerish again goes short. This is what we like to see from the Rovers. Their short kicking game come to the fore. Christie takes on Cossa. It's a nice one. Breaks the 50. Goes to the top of the goal square. We're going to see a free kick against Cossa. Pushed Christie in the back after he kicked the football. And Alex Marklew is going to get on the end of it and should put his second on the board, is he? No, McCarthy. Alex McCarthy. Well, he will put his second on the board because he does not miss these, Alex McCarthy. As he sets sail from 25 out, straight in front. Alex McCarthy kicks his second, and the Rovers second in a minute. Takes them now to 6-2-38. Myrtleford Alpine Saints 4-2-26 on the CMB truck and bus scoreboard.
A little bit of ill-discipline there by Cossa.
That's cost them 2 goals,
yes.
Myrtleford, from ill-discipline, Bob.
After the kick, they actually got the turnover because Myrtleford took the mark from Christie's kick inside 50. So for that to happen, Funky Miller will be just scratching his head, pulling the hair out, going grey, all those sort of cliches as a coach.
Nothing wrong with going grey, Bob.
Oh, my Lord.
Nothing wrong at all.
I didn't get a chance.
Have you seen Funky's hair? It's not grey.
Did not get a chance to go grey, boys.
He's got a better set of hair than all three of us.
Absolutely.
I can tell you that right now. And here come the Saints again. Garish come off the line. East caught one from Joel Smith. Tough footy getting played at the moment in this second term for Jaco Orbirodonga. You can hear the players. They're up and about through our effects, Mike. And a good game of footy. We've had 10 goals kicked. We didn't even have 10 kicked last time we were here, Bob.
Exactly.
So it's a much better contest.
Love it.
Here's Jackson East. Goes back to Capillari. Beautiful little kick on the left, finds Maraka, true centre wing. He's had a good start, Joshy Maraka. Looking for some consistent football in 2024. Kicks to Brodie Riccardi, probably not a lead-up option. Diesel Beatty goes by hand to Capillari. He folds up some good work. He's got Murphy-Dale over the top. Doesn't choose to go there. Probably should have. He's kicked it to the top of the goal square, and Jace McQuaid intercepts for the Wangaratta Rovers. He goes short to Catapan. It's the Rovers by 2 straight kicks, Monty, on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard.
Catapan, not a great kick, but McCartney's got time. Makes it look all right. Goes long down the line towards Gaston. Over the top there was Jacobs. He's fallen awkwardly. I reckon it's an ankle, boys.
Yes.
Keep an eye on that one, Bobby. Goes the way of Fraser Dale now for Myrtleford. Nice little handball out. It's going to find its way out wide now towards Jackson East. Got a bit of time, East, on his left foot. It's not the best kick. Goes towards Chris. McQuaid's given away a free kick, I think, yes. McQuaid's given away the free kick. It's going to go the way of Charlie Crisp, who'll go back for his third in this quarter as Jackson East comes to the boundary line with a sore ankle, I reckon. Oh, no, he's played on there, Crisp. Would have been better going back and having the shot. Yeah, they've messed that one up, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Not great. He tried to improve the angle, looking for a teammate in Capillari.
Yeah, Alex Jacobs come to the bench with a sore ankle, Monty, and he's just gone straight into the change rooms to have a look at.
Probably get that one restrapped, I'd reckon.
Yep.
I reckon indeed. You've got to go back and kick that, Charlie. You're hot on.
Absolutely.
He's kicked the last 2 goals for the Saints. Could have been 3. Boundary throw in. Here comes Fraser Dale. Goes back to Capillari, this time on his right. Over the head of Murphy Dale, who ended up probably front on contact
Absolutely.
against Lockie McCartney. He looks frustrated and angry, doesn't he, Murphy Dale?
I like the look at Capillari, Monty. You've caught his name a lot today. I just like the way he goes about it. Very polished.
Yeah, he's a very good player, Capillari, and he's one of those up-and-comers for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints.
32 disposals and a goal last game against Corowa. And was rewarded with a VFL game for North Melbourne. Beautiful boundary throw in by the umpire. Here's McCartney trying to get through tacklers. It would have been stiff there.
Do you know what I don't like? The way McCartney's going after the footy. He's playing on the most dangerous forward, I feel, for Myrtleford, and he's getting away from him a little bit too easily.
And that, of course, is Lockie Murphy-Dale. Here's Lockie O'Brien, and we've got another repeat stoppage. About 30 out from Myrtleford's goal. They trail by 2 straight kicks, 38-26. Here's Monty for Wang Motor Group.
The Frenchman just gets the punch now, and it clears through Osborne and also Garish in that chain. Osborne now with the kicks, not neat. Finds its way to Marklew. Gets worried out of it straight away. Here you go, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. East, inside 50 now. Ball goes up and under Ledger. Under. It's a grab, is it? Over the top. That's a nice grab.
Fraser Dale, is it? Or Murphy Dale?
He's claiming it, but he did not take it. It was Ned Turner who took the mark. Yes, it's got to be Ned Turner.
It's got to be Ned
Lockie Murphy-Dale. He's trying to pull the wool over the umpire's eye, and he's having none of it. He's having absolutely none of it, Lockie. What are you thinking? I knew it wasn't his. But Ned Turner, what a grab that was over the top of Charles Ledger.
Jeez, he nearly got away with it. He nearly done it.
Turner doesn't muck around either. Gets back and gets into his work. He's going to set sail from 35. It's on the boot. It's not a great kick. It's going to go wide. It's going to be short as well, and they'll rush it through for a minor score to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Takes them 4-3-27. Wangaratta Rovers 6-2-38 on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard, and we've gone 12 and a half minutes on the Macca's time clock.
Good news, Alex Jacobs back on.
Yes, the fact that there was 12 Wangaratta Rovers players saying that it wasn't his mark was a bit of a giveaway there, I think.
Pethbridge.
The fact he never had hands on it.
That was a giveaway in itself. Pethbridge does well. Jackson East wins it back for the Saints and kicks him back into attack, but the number 1 interceptor in the competition, Tom Boyd, does it so beautifully.
It's 9-1 inside 50 Myrtleford's way this quarter for just the 2 goals. They need to get more bang for buck.
Bob Jackson doing some brilliant work on the 40-wing stack sheet. Shane Gaston's hand pass just missed his intended target, and it's a boundary throw in. Still camped in the attacking half of the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, as Bob Jackson just beautifully described. They probably need to get one back here, Bob. They got the ascendancy.
They certainly have. Just clean up the inside 50s, and the forwards are getting frustrated by the second here.
Absolutely. It's costing now. Nice little tap down. Fraser Dale worried out of it there by Catapan. Catapan dives on the ground. Fraser Dale's go back and gets it for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. He's going to get a free kick. Legged. As Bobby Jackson said, Fraser Dale now. He's going to look to go inside 50. Who's he going to? Is he going to the bro? No, he's going towards Cripps, the hot man. Oh, wait on McQuaid. Got on the scene late. Spoiled. And then crumbed it himself and gets it on the boot. Out towards Marklew. Gets a rotten bounce. Falls over the back of Pethbridge, who also got a rotten bounce. Now the ball's just fumbling around on the ground. Going and getting it was Lewis. Lewis to Marklew. Now to Osborne. Goes back to Marklew. Dinky little handball sideways back to Lewis. Lewis inside 50. It's not his best kick. Who's there? Stewie Boofy's there first for the Wangaratta Rovers. Falls the way of Gerish, taken out of bounds. No, the ball's still in. Pethbridge tackled with it straight away. He's going to be in trouble here. Caught holding the footy. Kyle Williamson's going to be the recipient. Good forward line pressure here from the Wangaratta Rovers. Haven't got it down there very often. Inside 50 they head now to the top of the goal square. Mark Lewis pushed him out of it. It's got to be a free kick, doesn't it?
Yep.
And it is. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints will repel that inside 50. They haven't been down there too often. That's a silly free kick to give away Alex Marklew.
Just their second inside 50 for the quarter. That is so far over there. I reckon they're just short of the Hume Freeway over there. I can't see that far over there. That's unbelievable how far over there it is.
And you've got the big goggles on too, Bob, as well. Now I'm struggling also. That's why the binoculars are up on the forehead. Here's Shane Gaston. Oh, it just burns a bit of Toby Cossa. A bit of candy there from the Frenchman. Drills one into the pocket. Pethbridge with hands. Does well. Christie wants a high free kick. Umpire says no. Give it to me. And it's a ball up inside 50 for the Wangaratta Rovers, who haven't had it up there too often in this second term for Jaco Aubrey-Wodonga. They do hold an important 11-point lead as we've played 15 minutes on the Macca's time clock. Ball it up. Christie and Forrest doing the ruck work. Catapan fighting tooth and nail at ground level. And we've got another boundary throw in. Another stoppage as we go to Bobby Jackson on our 40-wing stat sheet.
I swear to God, the Frenchman and Will Christie are Collingwood supporters because they're thinking they're Nick Dacos today. Bounces and dodges and weaves and blind turns.
Love seeing it when the big fellas get on the wheels.
It's a worry. It's a worry.
We're going to have a repeat stoppage, I reckon, here, boys, again. Ball just fumbles around on the ground. Nothing really happening. Trying to reef it out there was Fraser Dale.
Really quickly around the grounds. Lavington by a goal over Wodonga. Yarrawonga by 2 goals over North Albury. Aubrey lead Wang Magpies by 17 points, and the Raiders too good for Coral by 33.
And those scores are thanks to Wangaratta Mazda. It's the ball now. Falls away. O'Brien tackled straight away. Worried out of it. Rocky Murphy-Dale feeds it backwards to East. East down the line. Goes towards Buka. Buka's first to recover, and he's going to go over the boundary line. We have an 11-point lead for Wangaratta Rovers here on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. Go on 16 minutes on the Macca's time clock. Bit of a stalemate for the last couple of minutes. Not really much happening. Stuck on that in between the arcs.
Certainly is. Myrtleford dominating this second term. No ascendancy on the scoreboard and a free kick out of the ruck going to Shane Gaston. The man who credits his form to Pilates. Doesn't credit that kick to it though. It was smothered and intercepted by Del Bosco. East goes out wide and that's been intercepted by Catapan. So not great footy here at the moment. Catapan has been called to play on. Hand pass it over the back of his head to Murray. He has to retreat 15 metres to Philo. He's going to kick it long. He does. It's a 65-metre bomb to the pocket. Pethbridge flies high. Didn't get hands to it. Out the back, Bedendo has a bit of work to do. Gives it to Lockie Hourigan. And he then retreats. Goes back the other way. Calmly. Marklew intercepts off the ground. Lewis. A poor kick across goals from Bedendo. Marklew dived, tried to mark it. And then Justin Lewis ran in there, kicked it off the ground. Doesn't matter how you kick it, Bob. It's through for a goal.
Exactly. Alex Marcoux, he's done a lot of little one-percenters today, and that was another one where he's come in and intercepted a risky kick across goal, but he's created the 50-50 and caused a fumble and a turnover, and Lewis was Johnny on the spot and kicked a magnificent goal. So, yeah, it's been 10 minutes without a goal, and all of a sudden we had a nice intercept there and a one-percenter from a forward that probably not renowned for his one-percenters, but was a fantastic effort.
I reckon he's underrated, his 1%ers. I reckon he's one who gets up and
come
about.
On, mate.
I'm going against you here, Bobby. I like Alma. He'll listen back to this, don't worry. He'll give me a bit of feedback on the socials, that's for sure. As Philo gets a kick, goes straight up in the air, but marked by Gerish. Gerish now goes down the line towards the big Frenchman who's starting to find his way to it, and he plays on straight away, the Frenchman. Here he goes, he's going to go inside 50. It's not the best kick for the Frenchman. Ball now falls the way of, was it McCarthy? Handball sideways. Finds his way to Marklew. There's that man doing little one-percenters again. As it comes back to him. What's he going to do? He gives a handball to McCarthy again. He gets tackled straight away. Wobbler it was on the ground. It's going to bounce the way towards Munro. Munro for the Alpine Saints. Gets it on that left, trusty left boot. Goes to Cossa, who takes a relieving mark. And here go the Alpine Saints.
Through East, on to Levi Young. He's got a runner running past him and Turner. Gives it back to Munro. They link up beautifully by hand. Levi Young runs to 50. Hand passes it to Buka. Finish it off Riley. Snaps. It's curling back through for a goal. A Mawson's concrete play of the day. A wonderful team goal from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Finished off beautifully by Riley Buka. That's a steal-line goal today. Wonderful team play by the Saints.
Geez, there's been some good goals kicked today, boys. There was another one there. Riley Buka, renowned for doing the outside the square sort of thing. So he was Johnny on the spot there. Matt Munro just ran a good 60 metres link-up play. You could see him communicating with the players that were involved in it, and it's just unfolding in front of us on this commentary box side, and it just unfolded beautifully, and it deserved a good finish, and it got one from Riley Burke. It was fantastic. Myrtleford Saints needed that goal. They probably need another one just before half-time to go into half-time thinking that they're still well within a shot of this game.
Great link-up play with Young and Munro there to make sure they got that shot inside 50. Ball tossed up. No one really wins that one. Falls away Capillari. Give him that centre clearance as the bouncing ball goes inside 50. Munro's gone forward. Snap on goal. Set sail. Taken. Crisp. He's the hot hand this quarter, Charlie Crisp. Go back and kick the goal, son. You played on last time. It didn't work out. Make sure you put this one through, Charlie.
An amazing 12th inside 50 for the quarter for Myrtleford Saints.
They've dominated the quarter, but they haven't been able to get that ascendancy as Charlie Crisp kicks his third for the quarter, his third for the game. And then Myrtleford Alpine Saints 6 takes them to 6-3-39, trailing the Rovers by 5 points, 7-2-44 on the CMB Truck and Bus scoreboard. And we've gone 20 minutes on the McDonald's time clock.
Chris was presenting a secondary target for Myrtleford inside 50, and for the dirty ball coming in, he's perfect for that because he's a big lump of a lad and he gets in the way and takes a good mark. He probably should have 4 or 5 for the quarter, Monty. He's had a chance he gave away a free kick and he's been Johnny on the spot a couple other times. So to have 3 for the quarter has been a magnificent output by him, and he's taking a little bit of pressure off the Dale brothers, and then Munro's class the last 3 or 4 minutes has been a standout for me.
A minute ago, it was a 17-point lead to the Rovers. Now it's only 5 points on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. 2 goals in 60 seconds has the Myrtleford Alpine Saints right back in this ball game. Fraser Dale trying to win a free kick for holding the ball.
No.
He's given away a free kick for a sling tackle. And it's a free kick here to the Rovers. And it's going to go the way of Sam Murray.
He's tried milking that.
So Murray.
Learned from his brother.
He's gone into the middle. Goes
What a
out
kick.
wide. Beautiful kick. Just gets over the head of his teammate. Williamson marked it. O'Brien run pass for the hand pass. Kicks it to the top of the goal square. Calogero, he's clean at ground level. Pethbridge, his hand pass was intercepted, then tries to tap it away. Booth tries to get around a couple of tacklers. Myrtleford Alpine Saints working hard in defence. They clear it. Comes out here to Levi Young. Went with the one hand against McCartney. Gaston goes in, but Young kept running. Done really well. Kicks it to space in the middle of the ground. Beatty's got a lot of work to do. In fact, it's Ned Turner. But Poyd wins it back. Hand pass it to Snell, who missed his own hand. Munro came through with the pressure. Here comes Turner. He's got runners inside forward 50. He missed Maraka. It allowed McQuaid just to get a hand pass in there in important time. And the Rovers going to win away with it through Allison at halfback.
Some real yuck football by both teams there.
Absolute butchered.
Gets in the calm hands of Allison, and he finds McQuaid. Gives a handball back now to Allison, who's looking for Lewis. Just gets over the back, but he's got time. Justy Lewis. Plays on straight away. Nice kick that is. Finds Catapan. Catapan gets rolling on that left foot. Goes inside 50. Looking for Mark Curlew and Pethbridge. What a battle that is today. Ball falls now. Tackled straight away. Falls away of Bedendo. Goes past him, but it goes to Gerish. Gives a handball sideways to Osborne. Finn Osborne sets Salvin home with a snap. Through for a minor score. Could have been a little bit better. Had teammates at the top of the goal square there. Did Finn Osborne.
A little bit ambitious. Young Osborne. Top of the square would have been the high percentage play there. But the game just opened up a little bit. Both a little bit of circle work about it, but it's good to see a bit of space in the game.
6-point ball game, 45 plays 39. Rovers lead. 22 minutes played on the Macca's time clock in this second term. Curtis with a don't argue. Goes back to Del Bosco at half-back. He goes out wide, far side of the ground, to Lockie Murphy-Dale. Hugs the boundary line. Does it stay in? It does just. Off hands, boundary throw in, centre wing, far side as Bob just dies in the box here for Elite Building and Construction. He's, of course, doing special comments and footy winks. Did you get called to the secretary office then, Moss?
Was that me? Could have been.
Scott someone.
Someone.
As it's tossed back into play here.
He might have won the raffle.
Far side. Philo. Oh, he fumbled and juggled, and now he's in real trouble, Brody Philo. He just lays on top of the footy, holding the ball, free kick to the Saints. And it's going to go the way of Diesel Beatty. Far side. They'd love a late one, Mont. 23 played.
Absolutely, they would. Beatty's worked his way into it this quarter, I reckon. It's been one of their better ones, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Goes short. Finds Harrington. Harrington now looking for another short and throws it out. It's not a great kick. Turned over. Chopped off by Kai Williamson. I reckon they'll try and kill the quarter. 24 minutes gone. Goes sideways to his coach in Murray. We know he likes to take it on, but it's not the best kick. The bounce is for Childers. Gets over the top. Pethbridge is there again. Chops it off and just knocks it forward. It's been cut off by McCarthy. Falls away of Catapan. Sideways handball to O'Brien, who gives it back now. Finds its way to McCarthy again and again to Catapan. He's been paying for a throw as McCarthy. It's a free kick to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints on the far side. True centre wing. Sideways kicks, finds Collegiero. And the Myrtleford Alpine Saints are going to slow it down here.
So Collegiero tries to bite off an aggressive one in the middle of the ground. It works out well to Curtis. Sticks his mitts up. Hand pass it to Fraser Dale. He kicks it to half forward. Out wide. Buka has a bit of space on his man, Joel Smith. Bananas it from 45. Riley Buka! One of the goals of the year for Riley. Tied up against the boundary. Summed it up beautifully with a banana. We've seen some extraordinary goals kicked today, guys. We've seen 4 goal of the year contenders.
That was a beauty, that one. Booker's kicked the last 2 goals of the game, and both have been rip snorters. One's been right foot across the body, and that one there was a left foot. Well, it depends on where you come from. It's a check side banana, offside snap. It was a magnificent finish. The ball moved down beautifully down the far side. Myrtleford were looking for a late goal, and they got it. Absolutely fantastic. Scores are level up here, boys, going into halftime.
Booker's kicked 2 this quarter, and Charlie Crisp has kicked the 3. 7-3 apiece on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard.
Good luck.
25.5 minutes gone.
Picking a steal line goal that A-ladder on, Bob. Tell you what.
As Christie gets a centre clearance for the Rovers, goes inside 50 again. They'd love one to get that lead back. Good grab. No. Play on. Stubu had all hands all over that. Anyway, fumbles around now. Still in the Wang Rovers 50. Going to see a ball up, I feel. Umpire's looking. He's looking. And there's that whistle.
So Buka's kicked 2 beauties. Sam Murray's in the first quarter and McCarthy's dribbler. We've had
That's
some ripping
rippers,
goals to that end.
We've been lucky today. We've seen 14 already in the first half. There's Sam Murray now. He's going to take the ruck contest. Don't see that too often from Big Sammy. Falls away of Fraser Dale. Forrest now for the Alpine Saints. Clearing kick from them. Goes towards centre wing. Will Christie's behind the footy. Set up perfectly. Takes a chest mark. And they'll try and drive it forward, I reckon, and try and kick a goal late in this quarter.
I reckon Cossa had the first quarter. Christie's answered back beautifully in this second term.
100%.
A great battle unfolding in front of us on 3&E's O&M Live for Wang Motor Group. Christie hugs the boundary line, and we've got a throw in centre wing as we go to Bob Jackson for Elite Building and Construction.
I'm just thinking, Ruckman, I'd love to spend a couple of minutes inside the head just one afternoon.
You wouldn't find much in there.
I know you come to me for a special comment, but that's
it.
That's just filling my head right at the moment. I'm just not sure what Ruckman are about.
Feels with Bob Jackson on O&M Live. Toss back in. Christie and Cossa go at it. And here comes Murphy Dale. Kicks a bit of an interesting one in the middle of the ground. Munro's usually clean in these instances. Was okay at that stage. Almost a throw against Jacobs. Murphy Dale follows it up. Scrappy play at the moment. Capillari with a clean hand pass. It was intercepted by Gerish, who tries to spin out of traffic. They want holding the ball. Not buying it. Ball up. 60 out for Myrtleford's goal. Scores are level. 45 apiece on the CV Truck and Bus as we tick up towards half-time.
5-goal quarter to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. They've been fantastic. Got the game back on their terms. As now it's Riccardi knocks it forward. Keeps going forward again. A lot of work done there by the Rovers, who win it back through Philo. It's a poor handball. Riccardi gets the chop off. O'Brien's got to go back in there, and so's Nolan to help him out. It's a free kick. I think it's going to be the other way with Riccardi. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints is siren blows. That's a killer. He's going to still set sail, I reckon, here, Brodie Riccardi. I'm going to be honest, I don't reckon his little legs have it in him.
75
but
out.
You just never know. I reckon he's played on already. Umpire needs to call it. He set sail with a little talk.
A little talk.
And it's gone all of 40 metres. But he had a crack there, Brodie. What a half of footy we've had here at the WJ Finlay Oval. 7-3 apiece, 45 for the Wang Rovers and the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. And we've got a lot to dissect in our halftime show. As we go to a break, we'll be back with that halftime show right after this one. You're listening to O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Half time, all thanks to Macca's here on 3NE's O&M Live and O&M Snap Fitness TV. It's Black Panderesca with you, Scotty Montgomery and Bob Jackson. As I look around the grounds, we've got the tight one here. It's a wonderful game. We've seen some amazing goals kicked between the Rovers and the Saints, and scores are level, 7-3, 45 apiece. It's been a free-flowing, pretty free-flowing game, Bob, after what was a bit of a stalemate in that second quarter. It just blew open in the last 10 minutes.
Well, we had 6 goals in the first quarter and 8 goals in the second quarter. So that's, it's a real... The bye's done wonders, because prior to that we had a few games where we're lucky to get that many in a full game of footy. So it was great to see some open, full flow, fast-flowing footy. The Alpine Saints had unbelievably 15 inside 50s that quarter for, they had 6 shots on goal. So I reckon they would have liked a little bit more bang for buck there, but Charlie Crisp up forward provided a contest and provided a target, and he kicked his 3 goals and possibly could have kicked 4 or 5, Monty, and also Riley Booker late. He had plenty of the potential's a nasty word, but he's still a young fella. He had plenty of potential a few years ago as a fleety forward, and he kicked 2 of the best goals you've seen so far this season with a couple of different right foot snaps. So Myrtleford Saints, they're playing some great when they get footy on their own terms, they're playing a great style of footy. On the other hand, Rovers just sort of held sway a little bit and got a couple of goals there in the middle. So the goals come in clumped. We had 4 goals in the first 8 minutes, then we had an 8 or 9 minute spell in the middle, and we had 4 goals late in that quarter. So they had tit for tat, and then they sort of get into the repeat stoppages, as you call it, Monty, in the call. So the big guns are playing well. Sam Murray's had the 14, Sam Catapan's had 13, and also Lockie O'Brien, who had a bit of a quieter second quarter, had 12 as well. So Matty Munro's just pure class there. A couple of passages of play where he's instrumental in getting the ball forward and providing a scoring option for Myrtleford. He had 12. Lockie Dale and Fraser Dale both been, a little bit more than serviceable. I think they've been influential with the touches they've had with a touch of ill discipline, but they've both had a dozen touches each. So all the big guns are playing. Capillari's been. We mentioned him in the call, Monty. I've been very impressed with him, and Alex McCarthy's also providing a nice target up forward. So I'm very excited with what the second half's going to provide. So I'd like to think the coaches would be encouraging their players to still take the game on. So that's basically where it sits at the moment for me. I'm not sure where you guys sort of see it sitting.
Yeah, I think you're spot on. You spoke about them being kicked in clumps. Myrtleford kicked the first 2 of the quarter, and then Rovers responded with the next 3. And then again, to finish the quarter, Myrtleford kicked 3 in about 6 minutes, just to really get it flow. And that into half-time was fantastic for them, because if they go in 3 goals down, you nearly write them off, I feel. The Rovers will be up and about, the chest will be pumping, they'll be going, here we go, boys, we're 3 goals up at half-time, we haven't fired a shot. Whereas Myrtleford were able to finally convert. We spoke about it early on in the quarter. They had all the play. I think it was 9-1. I think you said at one stage, Bobby, with the inside 50s. And they just weren't able to quite convert. And then Rovers got a couple of easier goals going the other way. But now they come in off the back of 3 goals. Myrtleford will be the ones with their chest puffed out and going, well, they haven't even fired a shot yet, boys. And we haven't either. And we're all levels. So we go out in the second half and we play a better footy. Who knows where we'll be? So I think the messaging from Funky Miller down there would be, we're just got to keep doing what we're doing. We're killing them on the inside at the moment, which I think they are through the middle of the ground. I feel that Costa's given them a great option. We spoke about it. Will Christie's probably got back into the game in that second quarter, but I feel Costa in the middle of the ground with his tap work's been fantastic, and their little guys are just going to work. As you spoke about, Capillari, Riccardi forward, guys like that have been fantastic.
This is their chance to genuinely claim a scalp now.
Absolutely.
The Myrtleford Alpine Saints. If you look at their results over the course of the year, they lost to North Albury by 3 points. They were pretty brave against Yarrawonga. I think there was only a couple of kicks in at three-quarter time. They were single figure at three-quarter time against the Wang Magpies. Yep. Enough of the honourable losses now, and that's what Mark Funky Miller will probably be saying. Let's go out and claim a scalp. We're a real chance to beat the Rovers on their home deck.
Well, for me, I'm going to challenge that, because if they're that close, they can't be scalp getters. They've either got to be a top 5 contender if they're within distance of all these top sides. I don't think they can be happy with just getting scalps. I think they've got to be happy with knocking a few of these sides over.
Yep.
So, being within goal of Wang and North Albury and all those sort of sides, they'd be, okay, well, are we a scalp? Are we a bottom 3 scalp getter, or are we a top 5 hunter? That's where I sort of sit with it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think this is a real chance for them to beat a top 2 or 3 side in the Wangaratta Rovers.
Build belief, yeah.
He'd be really happy with how they came back into that contest. I think Monty hit the nail on the head. The fact that they were 3 goals down at one stage, it was 17 points for them to kick the next 3 goals. And I always thought Myrtleford were going to play better footy in the second half of this year. You bring in a dozen blokes, Monty, it takes the time to gel. Matty Munro comes back in the lineup after 18 months of no footy. Fraser and Lockie Dale learning a new system under Funky Miller. And we're starting to see the benefits of it now, and they're right into this up to their eyeballs.
Well, we saw last year their back half of the year was better than their front half of the year, and I feel that's going to happen again this year. As you said, the high turnover of players they've had, and there's been some quality coming this side, but it does take a while to get to know the system and what Funky Miller wants to do. And we know that he's a systems-based coach. It's not all about the individual and what they can do. It's about making sure you're playing your role within the team. And we've seen it time and time again where they've been able to compete, but then they die. They just fall away, whether it's a fitness thing, whether it's just younger bodies, which they do have quite a few young guys running around out there, and they just can't keep up with these really seasoned teams that are in the top 5. That's what I want to see at three-quarter time. If the scoreline's very similar to what it is now, if they can hold on and be right in the game to that final siren, because I'd hate for it to get three-quarter time. We say they're within a kick, and then they just fall away and lose by 7 or 8 goals, and you say, oh, geez, they were good for 3 quarters. Well, as you said, I think you were alluding to, Bobby, that well, that's enough of that. There's only so many times you say, oh, geez, they're up for the fight for 3 quarters, and then they just fell away. They've got to really show us that they're in it for 4 quarters now, and you'd hate to see them just drop away in that last quarter.
They do play a high-energy brand of footy, so that can produce some wear and tear on your fitness level. So you'd like to think 8 rounds in that they're immune. Yeah, they're starting to get used to that playing.
Seasoned,
yeah. So, I'm looking forward to it, and I think they deserve to be right in it, right to the bell today, and they're playing a good brand of footy against a high-quality side in Rovers.
How have you seen the Pethbridge-Al-Markloo matchup so far? I think you probably have to give the Chockies to Pethbridge. In saying that, I don't think Al-Markloo's had the greatest delivery.
I would have said it'd be 50-50 at the moment. I would have said it'd be about a draw. I think Pethbridge has done some nice things, but Markloo's looked dangerous at times as well, and he's kicked the 1-1. He probably could have got a few more chances if the kicking inside 50 had been a bit neater to him, especially in that first quarter. I thought some of the kicks were just woeful, really, over his head. Fell short, sat up, let Pethbridge get back in the contest when he had him done cold on the lead. So,
but he's doing some 1%ers to keep him inside.
He is. He's doing all the things. That's what you expect from your captain.
I tell you who's having a great game, and that's Charlie Crisp.
Yes.
He turned it on in that second term, and he's got the hard matchup of Jace McQuaid as well, and he's doing a lot, providing a target, but he's converting on the scoreboard.
Well, exactly. He's provided another option for up forward, and what that does is that takes the focus away from the Dale brothers when they go down forward to say, well, hang on, we've got to keep an eye on this fella here instead of put all the energy into the others. So it's to get three goals out of him to this point is a great reward, yeah.
I don't know why he's ever been ahead of this side. Against Wangaratta, he kicked 2 in the first quarter and really set him up when he was a late in. Today we've seen what he can do. He does it in patches, but he's a key forward. In a side that doesn't move the feet that well.
Defender in the last couple of years. So they've swung him forward with the absence of Riley Sharp and a few others.
I love it.
It's playing
Funky,
dividends.
If you went to Funky and said, oh, Crispy's going to give us 3 goals by half-time, he'd take it every day of the week. Till half-time.
Takes a good grab and finishes his work. I think he should be in this side every week.
Who knows if he can do it another couple of times before the end of the day. It's a great response, great result.
Halftime show thanks to Macca's. We'll go around the grounds for Wangaratta Mazda. It's a 20-point lead to the Wodonga Raiders. Just kill that one there, Nath. It was a 20-point lead to the Wodonga Raiders, 8-3-51 over Cora Rutherglen, 5-1-31. Albury Tigers, 6-4-40 over the Wang Magpies, 4-6-30. So a 10-point lead in the Big Freeze at the Sports Ground. Yarrawonga kicking away over North Albury, 8-7-55 to North Albury, 4-3-27. So a 28-point lead there. And Lavington, I called this earlier, boys. They lead Wodonga by 11 points, 8-5-53 over Wodonga, 6-6-42. I'm just going to load this up and try and get the goal kickers in that particular game. So Sammy Hargrave kicked 3 goals for Lavington. Who would have picked that?
Wow.
2 to Jet Cassidy and 2 to Noah Spiteri for the Dogs as well.
If Lavy win that, the win against Wangaratta Rovers means very little for Wodonga. If they can't capitalise on it and win the following week, I feel like, it's one they just shouldn't drop.
Yeah, I agree. You go out and you claim these big scalps. It's important to follow up the
against
following
sides
game.
that you predicted to beat, basically.
Following game. So we got some really even contests. Cora are putting in a little bit of a show against the Wodonga Raiders. We're on Mitch Robinson watch. He hasn't hit the scoreboard yet. Of course, there's no stats to show. But Cora are having a good crack as well against the Raiders.
I could have 35 to half-time or something like that. That's all Vax does, doesn't he?
Exactly right. He just makes them up as he goes. In the AFL at the moment, the Hawthorn Football Club are in front of Adelaide by 7 goals at the moment. So, Sammy Mitchell's having a good crack at the Hawks in the last 4 or 5 weeks.
He is, since he told them to bring the mouth guards to train, and they've turned it around, hasn't it? Maybe a few other clubs might need that. Maybe my blue and white boys needed it.
You need a lot more than that.
They're playing good style, and they had a mistake over in Adelaide that could have made things look even better than what they are. So,
they're a chance potentially to sneak into the top 8. Let's take a break, shall we?
That's a big call.
Tell you what, they are.
That's one of the biggest I've heard.
Well, they're going to claim they're going to be 5 and 6.
It's like saying Essendon's a chance of winning the flag.
Well, they are too.
Oh, Monty, now you've been silly.
Neither are Carlton. All right, let's take a break. Half-time, all thanks to Macca's. Its scores are even, 45 apiece between the Rovers and the Saints. And on R&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, Learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Second half about to get underway, and the third turn's brought to you by R8 MG, and hopefully more of the same in this second half as the Wangaratta Rovers tackle the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Scores a level, 7-3-45 to 7-3-45. We've got a great ball game on our hands. It's Blake Panda Escott with you, Bob Jackson, Scotty Montgomery, hello to you as well. Wherever you're tuning in around the globe, of course, on 1566 radio or O&M Snap Print Solutions TV. As I said, Bobby, just more of the same, please, in the second half. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. As one of the... Fraser Dale's coming to the bench, and no real sign of a limp or...
It's just starting off a rotation, I think.
Maybe. But yeah, no, what we're looking for is more of the same. It's been a great game till half-time. We're looking for much of the same in the second half, boys.
Indeed.
Will Christie starting to pull forward too, boys. That's a bit of a different one. Normally starts in the ruck. You've got the big Frenchman starting in there.
I don't mind it at all.
Pulled rank.
I'm sure Shano would love to probably sit more in the goal square, so That's interesting. Scores a level. Here's Scotty Montgomery for Wangaratta MG.
The ball gets tossed up. That man, Gaston versus Cossa. Give that one to Cossa, but it falls the way of O'Brien for the Rovers. Takes him on, gets on that opposite right foot. Inside 50 towards that man, Christie! What a grab that is. Mawson's mark of the day. Will Christie. Tell you what, Lockie O'Brien's kick wasn't bad either. Out on the lead. That's the sort of delivery they're after inside 50. And Will Christie, this is what they're putting forward for, to take big grabs. He'll go back and have a shot from 35, 40 metres out.
You caught it beautifully there, Mon. It's amazing what clean footy inside 50 can do for all the forwards. Confidence, but also a good run at the footy and take a good mark out in front.
That was powerful.
It was strong. That's what we like to see from Will Christie. We know how damaging he can be when he goes forward. Just needs to put the score on the board now. Christie sets sail from 40. He doesn't like it off the boot. Misses to the near side. Through for a minor score. Gives him the lead back. 7-4-46 to 7-4-45 on the Paulie's Corner Cafe scoreboard.
Minor score to the Rovers as the Saints bring it out of defence. Beatty's in there. In fact, it was Harrington. Curtis applies a strong tackle on Catapan. Big Toby Cossa wasn't able to get a hand pass to it. Capillari was swung around by Gaston, and we have a boundary throw in pretty much in front of our commentary position. Just forward to centre here for the Wangaratta Rovers outside forward 50. Murray and Booker.
Bit of lip going on.
Bit of lip going on.
He said Sammy's carrying a few, didn't he?
I reckon he did indeed. Riley Booker. Deary me.
Wow.
I think he's got a few more runs on the board,
Yeah,
Riley.
and
here's Sam Murray linking up and kicking into the middle of the ground aggressively. Garish. He's sort of got half tunnelled and he's taken a great contested mark. Slow to get up is Jackie Garish. Came in from the side. Riccardi made him work really hard for it.
What's half a tunnel?
I'm not sure. Not a full one.
Is that
As
a hole?
Philo goes inside forward 50. Jacobs, proppy on that ankle. He was met hard there by Mark Lou. Pethbridge picks it up for the Saints. He clears it out to Lockie Murphy-Dale. A long way from home. He's on D50, Mont.
He is, and he goes short now. Finds a teammate. Spot who that is. Is that
Del Bosco.
Del Bosco. Should have picked him up. Goes short again. Finds a teammate. It's Collegiero. Goes backwards. Not the best of kicks.
Asked a lot of Oregon.
Hourigan makes it look all right. Bit of a slow footy here from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Haven't seen this a lot from them this year. Goes down the line. Ball gets chopped off. McCartney now for the Rovers. Poor handball backwards. Munro chops it off. Here they go through Capillari. Inside 50. Well done, McQuaid. Used the body perfectly. First back on it again too was Jace. Goes sideways looking for Williamson. Williamson drops a chest mark. Should have taken it. Puts himself under the pump. Got a bit of time to recover. Great work there from Harrington. Should have been rewarded. Umpire says play on. Booker now gives a handball. Here we go. Capillari. Had to finish his work. Misses to the left. Ties the score up again at 7-4 apiece on the Paulie Corner Cafe scoreboard.
Deserved the goal, didn't it, Mike?
The work. It should have been rewarded. Damon Harrington. Great tackle.
The umpire was right there and didn't pay holding the ball. In saying that, though, Capillari should have finished off.
Untouched.
Played on.
That rule doesn't apply if you play on, Bobby.
Sorry, mate.
That's okay. That is okay.
I'm still trying to work out what half a tunnel is.
A ton.
Is it a hole? A hole?
I'm not sure. It could have been 50.
I'm trying to Google it.
Toss back in. Broadcast side, right in front of the past players here at the Wangaratta Rovers, all congregating on the balcony. Jackson East kicks it out of bounds again, and we have another boundary throw in right on centre wing. Bobby Jackson for Elite Building and Construction.
Yeah, I thought that was in the back there, Mon. I'm with you on that one. But the umpires have a different version of rules every now and then.
Sometimes they're just a bit blindsided, Bobby, is what you could say.
You said that, not
As
me.
he gets tossed in. Cossa and Gaston go at it again. Bit of a stalemate. Justy Lewis gets on it for the Rovers. Snaps around the body. Goes nowhere. Curtis drops a chest mark. Normally takes that. McCarthy now finds Mark Lou. Quick hands to O'Brien. Great chase from Del Bosco. Gets the handball towards Philo. Just slaps it out of bounds. And we'll have a throw in right in front of our commentary position here.
Smart by Brody. Just looking for a restart there. Understandably, the pressure was coming, so he just said, we'll get a restart here.
Just slow was Lockie O'Brien then, wasn't
Yes.
he? He didn't quite see the pressure coming. He just needs to know he's playing good footy still here. Still hot footy. It's going to get tossed in. Two big boys go at it again. The Frenchman just pushes Cossa and he wins the tap. This Cossa. Catapan gives a handball. Gaston. It's a bit of a yuck handball. Lockie Murphy-Dale chops it off. Gives it sideways now towards Cossa. Cossa lays the tackle on Williamson. And we're going to get another ball up This is what I'm talking about. The repeat stoppages within 2 or 3 metres of each other. It's happening a lot.
It's because the pressure is very high, Mott.
I like it. A bit fumbly.
A yuck handball. Is that a stat?
Yuck handball. Don't give it.
Okay, fair enough.
Panny, you take it away. Try to get a clearance for me.
For Wangaratta Motor Group, Gaston had a hold of Costa's jumper. Murray, clean at ground level. A really good tackle there from Ned Turner. Should have been rewarded a couple of times this quarter, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints with holding the ball. And we've got a ball up right on centre wing.
That's that holding the ball. You're just not sure.
Did he get a handball to it
Yeah,
still?
he did, but how long did he hit?
I can tell you one thing, the intensity has lifted to
certainly
start
has.
this third term for Albury-Wodonga MG. Murphy Dale's around the ball. Brilliant hands here from Xavier Allison on the left leg of Sam Murray. Kicks it inside forward 50. A shallow entry. Curtis with the hands. We got another boundary throw in just outside attacking 50 for the Wangaratta Rovers.
He's only a little fella, Pethridge, but he gets thrown around, but geez, he bounces back really, really quickly. He's just real wiry. Silvani-like in regards to the way he sort of bounces back and never stays out of a contest.
I'd like to talk to some of the key forwards he's played on. Just see how strong he is, because he looks like he carries a bit more strength than what he probably looks like.
Exactly.
Ball's tossed in. Christie now wins the tap. Falls away. Maraca is going to get the free kick. High against Christie. Myrtleford Alpine Saints now. Through Maraca. Goes sideways. Finds Jackson East. Locked his game today. He's been quite consistent. He's going to go short, and he does. Finds Turner. Former Wangaratta Rover. Ned. Where's he going to go? Looking around. Hasn't found anyone yet. Decides to take Osborne on the mark. It's great pressure from Osborne. Out of bounds on the full. Free kick's going to go the way of McCartney, I feel. Umpire was right there. Great call. And Lockie McCartney, free kick. 80 metres away from home. Going to go short. Finds Gaston. Called the play on straight away. Not far enough down by his head. Gives it back to McCartney. McCartney sidesteps beautifully. Goes short. Smothered by Maraca.
Great
pressure. Go
pressure.
out of bounds. And the pressure from Maraca there was fantastic. Going to get another boundary throw in 80 metres away from the Wangaratta Rovers goal.
Closing pressure was outstanding there. Very good by the Myrtleford. 100 in numbers. Shut the ball down.
Shane Gaston, Matty Munro and Jackson East just all having a laugh amongst each other. Costa with a beautiful tap down to the front of the stoppage. Fraser Dale got hands to it. East was tackled straight away by Catapan. Maraca jams it on the boot, kicks it down centre wing for the Tricolours. Over the head of Munro. On this one was Levi Young. Had Will Nolan up against him. Someone shut that dog up. It's chasing its tail. Down there is Charlie Ledger. Has to hand pass it over to Allison. Here come the Rovers through Christie. Gets around his man. Gets around two. Inside hand pass is a beauty to Osborne. He goes short to Brody Philo. Plays on straight away. His hand pass was half smothered. Someone shut that dog up, will ya? Riccardi goes short onto Osborne. Here's Gerish. Gerish goes short back to Philo. Philo pumps it inside, attacking 50 for the Rovers. Gaston's down there. Gaston! The Frenchman! Up against the dog. Takes a mark 15 metres out directly in front.
And 50 against Pethridge boys. Makes a 60-40 goal. It's certainly now for the big Frenchman.
So the Shane, the Frenchman,
he liked it too.
is going to line up for the first goal of the third term. All thanks to Albury-Wodonga MG. He was having a laugh before. We're having a laugh up here in the box. And the Frenchman goes bang. The all-important first goal of the third term goes the way of the Wangaratta Rovers. They lead by a straight kick. 8-4-52 over the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, Bob. 7-4-46.
A great passage of play through the middle. Passage of play. Brody Fowler had a lot of influence on that with 2 or 3 touches and then hit the ball in nice and long to a nice tall target. The Twin Towers in Gaston and Christie are splitting their time down forward, so that's going to be a bit of a handful. And I think young Forrest is going to be playing that role on the resting ruckman down there. So that was a good result for inside 50 after about 9 minutes of sustained pressure, internally and externally on the callers as well. So Panda did well under enormous pressure.
I thought he was going to jump out the window, and
he was.
I felt like Rex Hunt at Optus Stadium all those years ago.
Sit down, you clown.
Yeah, I felt like that actually.
Tell you what, Philo was lucky he got it to a good position there because he had Finn Osborne on the outside of him. He could have given a handball receive to. Would have probably set Salva home from about 45 if he had kept running, but you don't mind your good kickers just taking it on themselves and putting it into good positions like Brody did then.
That dog's eyeballing Panda. Have a look at
He's straight up at him.
Just not sure why you're being a bragging dog with the foot. Anyway.
We've gone 10 minutes on the Macca's time clock.
We have.
1 goal lead on the Paulie's Corner Cafe scoreboard. Give that tap to Cossa falls away, follow, but gives a handle out to Garish. Garish goes inside 50. It's not the best kick, but it finds Marklew. Takes a chest mark straight in front, say 20 metres out. Mawson's Concrete player of the day there from the centre again for the Wangaratta Rovers.
Brody Philo influence there, boys. He's putting a bit of a stamp on the court here so far. Four of the last 6 or 7 touches have influenced the game, and this will be the second shot on goal inside a minute.
And Elmer, not normally his forte straight in front, but he doesn't make any mistake this time. The Fudd kicks his second. 2 in a minute for the Rovers. This is what we wanted to see from them to start this third quarter. Gives them a 2.
The Myrtleford Saints will respond and respond quickly, so that's been the pattern of the day's play. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in this next passage of play. Have the Saints got the response that has been happening throughout the game, or is Rovers just about to put the foot down? So that's the next little passage of play that I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Well, as you called there beautifully, Bobby, the Saints have always responded. They've got to get it out of the centre again. Fraser Dale's in there, Harrington, Capillari, some of their big guns. Murray will be getting held by the jumper. Umpire says no. Dale extracts it, kicks it the wrong way, 25, 30 metres. It spills the way of Justin Lewis, spins around in traffic, puts his teammate under pressure in Catapan, but he got a high one. It's against Lockie Murphy-Dale, who bangs
stiff
the
there,
ground.
Lockie, I reckon. I reckon it's the old arm up from Catapan. The old Joel Selwood, I think.
Free kick for a high to Catapan and the Rovers. Just outside attacking 50. Chisels into the pocket looking for Mark Lou.
Oh, good mark.
Takes a diving mark.
His pocket.
He loves this pocket. He hit the ground pretty hard, diving for it, Mark Lou. He's on his haunches. Just doing a few back stretches.
In front of the thirds.
He's
there.
just playing up. This is what he loves.
Yeah,
He'll go to the
boys.
fence if he kicks this. Bobby, I don't know if you've seen him do it here, but he goes and puts the arms out and shows the thirds, boys.
So he plays on, tied up against the boundary, hits the wrong side of the ball, curls back for a point. Minor score after that build-up. The Rovers lead by 13. 59 plays 46 on the Paulie's Corner Cafe scoreboard.
Should have took a little bit more time there, Al. I think he just rushed it a little bit. I think he was looking forward to... yeah, he's a bit sore. He hit the ground nice and hard there. This fella needs to get involved a little bit more.
Absolutely, 100% agree with you there, Bobby. Gone 12 and a half minutes on the Macca's time clock. That's Mitchy Del Bosco, of course, that we're talking about. Goes long, Boyd. He needs to get involved too, I reckon. Nice little fist inside 50 to Philo. Philo, nice little neat kick. Finds Justin Lewis.
Brody Philo.
I reckon it's gone 12 and a half metres, but the umpire's paid it. And then that was on his left foot too. He's such a neat kick on his opposite side, is Brody Philo. He'd nearly be the best opposite foot we've got in the league.
Yep.
He's putting his stamp on the game, that's for sure, this first 12 minutes, 13 minutes of this quarter.
Justin Lewis, under 18s, he's the league captain last week. Goes back.
Oh, nice.
Does not stray from the middle of the goals. Still on goal today, Justin Lewis. The Rovers are going in this third quarter. That's their third. Takes them to 10-5, 65. Myrtleford Alpine Saints 7-4, 46 on the Paulie Corner Cafe scoreboard.
They've had all the play this quarter, 7 inside, 50s to 0 for Wang Rovers, and they're really putting a stamp on, putting their foot down to a certain degree. Here, Brody Philo's names all over this quarter. Influential touches, left, right and centre, pumping the ball inside 50, giving the forwards first option. Lewis on the receiving end there, and a beautiful clinical finish right behind that kick. It never deviated off centre. Classy finish.
Ricky Miller would have asked for a really big effort to start this third term, and he just hasn't got it. The Rovers have really stepped things up here. Catapan out of the middle again, kicks to half forward. Philo caught in front up against Curtis. Falls the way of Finn Osborne. He hand passes to Stewie Booth. Gives it back to McMonigal. High up and under into the pocket. Pethbridge juggles it, hangs onto it importantly for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Plays on straight away. Kicks is an interesting one to Del Bosco. He has to retreat. Back to his teammate. He goes out to Capillari. Capillari hugging the boundary line. Kicks down the wing to Lockie Murphy-Dale. He plays on. Over the top to Levi Young. Plays on straight away. Brought down beautifully by Charles Ledger. A Mawson's Concrete tackle of the day. Wins it back for the Wangaratta Rovers. Kicks down the line. Finds Lockie O'Brien.
Levi Young will like his time back there because they were out one-on-ones inside 50 there. Decided to take it on. Wasn't great. And the Rovers now back in possession. McQuaid gives it to Sammy Murray running the wrong way.
Jeez, that was a mouthful.
Yeah, it was. That's why I struggled to get it out, Bobby. And he's going to get it back here, Sammy. He's run on. Tom Boyd give him the handball receive. Sammy goes down the line, finds McMonigal. He's taken the mark, paid it now. Right in front of the bench. And, of course, the 94 Premiership reunion going on the balcony. McMonigal down the line towards the 2 ruckman. Oh, well done, Simon Curtis. Chopped it off. Gets a fist on it. And we'll have a boundary throw in right in front of our commentary position here.
Sam Murray, influential on getting the ball outside D50. Put a leader's stamp on that passage of playing. They're in striking distance here, the Rovers.
Lockie Murphy-Dale going on ball for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints just to get a bit of ascendancy. Christie read the ruck beautifully. The throw in. Jams on the boot to half forward. Gaston meets the footy with presence. Hand pass it to Osborne, who flicks it to space. Garish is first there, his teammate. His hand passes out wide to Ledger, who's been ripped off that footy without the ball. Yep, and he's won a free kick.
Such a solid play, this guy.
Yep,
so good.
Played well again, Bobby Jackson. So Ledger in the centre square. Plays on straight away. Likes the lead into the pocket. It's a real wide, long one from Mark Lew and not a great kick. And it's out of bounds in the pocket for the Wangaratta Rovers, who have kicked 3 goals in 15 minutes, and they lead by 19 points on the Paulie's Corner Cafe scoreboard. 3rd term for Wangaratta MG.
That's off the back of 9 inside 50 entries to 0.
Well, there you go. That's what you can score with pressure when you're getting that many inside 50s. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints get that clearing kick now. It's going to fall away. One of Robbie's love trials, I reckon. Charles Ledger.
Don't mind him.
Yeah, he's not quite your favourite. You know, Perry
PL
Lewis Smith's definitely number 1.
PLS,
but I reckon
PLS,
Charlie's going to be there sooner or later. Ledger now. Kicks it nice and long. Inside 50 again. Forrest over the top. Knocks it away. We're going to have a boundary throw in. 45 away from the Rovers' goal. As the shadows start to cast a little bit longer here. Getting a bit later in the day. Still a beautiful day out there. Sun shining. Been very lucky with our footy this year. Not many wet days except when we go to Bunton Park. Ball gets tapped over the back now. Philo runs onto it. Gets it on the boot. Goes straight up in the air. Well done, Pethbridge. Gets a hand on it. And it was also well done by Jacobs. Didn't allow Sam Murray a run and jump at the footy. Through for a minor score. Takes the Rovers to 10-6-66. Myrtleford Alpine Saints 7-4-46.
He's all arms, isn't he, Pethbridge? Just gets his arms in when you least expect it. That just come from nowhere.
Reminds me a little bit of Dustin Fletcher.
Yes.
Calagero with the kick-in duties. Long. O'Brien was first there. Garish McCarthy kicks it back into attack for the Rovers, so they intercept. They kick it long. Murray did all the hard work except take the mark. Jacobs through his legs. Should have taken it out of bounds. His hand pass is dangerous. Back into traffic. Mark Lew and Capillari had to do really well. Spins out of traffic and kicks it out wide to the far side. First on the scene, though, was Will Christie, who tries to dance around Cossa with a bit of candy. Ran out of turf, boundary throw in, 50 around for the Rovers goal.
Did he try to sidestep and forgot the sidestep then? Or he just sort of stopped on the spot, Wilbur?
You're jumping on board, aren't you, Monty? You're jumping on board.
No, don't worry. My best mate's a ruckman and I know exactly what you're talking about, Bobby. So
I think that says more about you, Monty.
Yeah, probably. Ball now, Christie wins the clearance, gives it sideways to Williamson. Now to Catapan, gets smothered off his handball. Stays in. Surprisingly, looks like it's very close. Now here they go through Turner. Turner's under the pump. All his fumbles sideways towards Murphy Dale. Tackled straight away. It's got to be holding the footy, I feel. Yes, it is. It's going to be a free kick. It's going to go the way of, is it Williamson?
Yep.
Kai Williamson. Just does his job. That's why he gets a game. Stays on that far wing a lot of the time. And just works defensively. Williamson now told to play on. Goes inside 50 looking for Mark Lew. Pethbridge again gets there. Gets a fist on it. And we'll have a boundary throw in front of the light tower.
He's been pounded again, Mark. Geez, he's going to be sore boy tonight.
Just sits on his head a little bit too much, don't they? Yeah. Gives Pethbridge every chance to take it away from him.
He looks a bit sore, Elmer Fudd. He's definitely not playing at 100%. Knee heavily strapped, right knee. Boundary throw-in's a bit short. Coming through with pace. Brody Philo with a banana. Out of the stoppage, minus score. So the Rovers doing all the attacking here in this 3rd term for Wangaratta MG. We played 19 minutes for Maccas. They lead by 21 points. Blake Penderescott and Scott Montgomery with you for Wangaratta Motor Group.
Nice little kick there. Finds Capillari. Capillari goes straight away, looking for Del Bosco. Puts him under the pump. Falls fortuitously. And here they go through Turner. Take another bounce, son. That's his second. Go again. No. He kicks early. It's not a bad kick towards Young. Oh, Ledger. Bob's boy. wins that contest and finds McCartney, but he doesn't take the mark. Off the bench comes Munro. Quick handball now finds Turner. Turner gives it over the top, and here they go through Chris. Back to Munro, breaks the 50 arc on the snap. Munro! Not quite good enough, misses to the left. Minor score. That's the passage of play we want to see from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. A little bit more. It's getting back in this game. 7-5. 47 to 10-7, 67, 20-point lead on the Paulie's Corner Cafe scoreboard.
There's your leaders and classy players coming into it. Matty Munro injected himself when the side needs it the most. He had two or three influential touches in that passage of play, and a shot on goal resulted. So he needs to grab a couple of the senior players in the Myrtleford side to be involved in this comeback here.
I'd love to see him go straight on the ball for 10 minutes here.
Yep. With you.
Here's Calagero. Wins it back for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Kicks into traffic. Crisp. Once again, sticks up the Dukes, provides a target and takes a mark, and this is the most important kick in the game for the Saints. This will bring it back to 14 points. He's going to kick from a tight angle, Bobby.
So this is a mirror of the second quarter. Wangaratta Rovers have had 10 inside 50s to 3 Myrtleford Saints, and they're just not getting their bang for buck. So this is a little bit of a tide turner for me if Chris puts this through the middle.
So he's already kicked 3, Charlie Crisp. He'll kick from 35 metres out on a pretty tight angle. Drop punt on the way is across the face. In fact, it doesn't register a score. It bangs into the point post, out of bounds on the full. A disappointing kick, and it gives the chance for the Wangaratta Rovers just to take a bit of time off the clock, Monty. We've played 21 minutes for Maccas. Wangaratta MG third term.
Done all the scoring in this quarter, have the Rovers. Myrtleford just need to get the score on the board and just give them a bit of something going in that last quarter. Ball now just fumbling around on the ground, and we're going to have a ball up. Right on the 50 arc. Myrtleford Alpine Saints, end of the ground. Right in the middle of that shadow. Probably one of the only shadows down that end of the ground. Ball gets tossed up now. A lot going on, as you can tell, Bob. Inside 50 now for the Saints. Ball comes to ground. Riccardi's there at ground level. The show's Shag and Nolan for the Rovers. Ball just fumbling around on the ground. We're going to have a repeat stoppage here. No!
In the back.
Found a free kick. Here's our mate Mason. It's going to go the way of Joel Smith for the Rovers, and he plays on straight away, straight to the coach in Sammy Murray.
So Murray, in defensive 50, kicks long down the wing, looking for Mark Lou. Went up with the one hand, spills away Riley Forrest. Hand pass it to Harrington, who wants to try and take on Williamson, who gets broad holding the ground. Here's an over-the-top free kick. Here's Stewie Booth running inside forward 50. It's a foot race. He's going to bang it through. Put it down to the tackle by Kai Williamson. Over the top. Running into space, and the Wangaratta Rovers getting a goal against the run of play. They move to 73-57.
Fantastic tackle. You know, we saw that a couple of weeks ago when Wodonga provided so much pressure and got a goal out of it. It's such a team lifter, such a crowd lifter. They love that sort of stuff where a tackle creates a goal, and from an unsung hero to a certain degree. Young Williamson is a player that is not off the top shelf in regards to the big boys. So for a player of that ilk to provide an opportunity for the guys to score, and the open inside 50 was just a foot race to the ball and finished off well.
Mitchy Del Bosco tried his hardest there, but Stewie Booth just a little bit too fleet-footed for him. A little bit too good at the moment, the Rovers. Ball just fumbling around. Munro now gives it over the top. Finds a teammate in Beatty. Beatty goes inside 50. It's not a bad kick towards Crisp. Well done, Jace McQuaid. Not a best kick from Jace. It's out in front of McMonigal. McMonigal just goes, I'll wonder this one over. And tell you what, if that was AFL, I reckon he might have been pinged for that.
Yep.
Because he had no other intention than that will do me.
Around the grounds really quickly for Wangaratta Mazda. The Raiders lead Cora Rutherglen at the moment. In fact, Play HQ's had a meltdown. Scores have all disappeared.
All gone. As the ball gets tossed in now, Murray's there. He's been big in this quarter around the stoppages. Going to get a repeat stoppage there.
Raiders by 21. Magpies by 20 over Albury. 33-point leaders are Yarrawonga. And Wodonga are back in front against Lavington by a point.
Tell you what, Wang are back. They've got their mojo back, the Wang Magpies.
Free kick, yep.
Free kick's going to go the way of Christie. One of those raffles, as we keep talking about. You just don't know which way it's going to go, but Christie's got it. The recipient for the Rovers. Bombs it long. Looking for Gaston or Marklew. Gets out the back. Marklew just can't move. That knee's playing with him, I reckon. Here go the Alpine Saints. Through great handball from Munro. Finds Jacobs. Goes short to Lockie Murphy-Dale. Murphy-Dale now finds East inside 50. Oh, over the top of... Oh, what a pick-up. Ned Turner. Oh, had to be better, Ned. Fraser Dale was right there. Ned Turner come flashing through. and misses to the left-hand side for a minus score for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Takes them to 7-6-48. The Wangaratta Rovers 11-7-73 on the Paulie's Corner Cafe scoreboard, and we've gone 25 minutes on the McDonald's time clock.
He had more time. He could have ran all the way into goal than Ned Turner, and he sprayed it at the last second.
They needed that.
They did indeed. He's kicked one goal too, but they have another chance here through East. Far side, wins it back, kicks it to half forward over his target, Maracca, and allows Tom Boyd to come in and take a beautiful intercept mark at half back.
Averages 5 a game.
He does. Munro intercepts here for the Saints though. Fraser-Dale kicks it to half forward, finds Lockie. Too far out to score. True centre half forward. 60 from home. Wants his forwards to present a lead. And he just goes short. Finds Lockie Horrigan. Still too far out to score. It's a very congested forward 50 here for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. They trail by 25 points. Late stages third term. He goes back here to Simon Curtis, who's even further back.
A lot of numbers inside 50 here. A lot of numbers.
It's very clogged. Simon Curtis looking for a lead, looking for an option. So he just chips it sideways to big Toby Cossa. And he's just going to kick it into the channel.
Poor kick.
Over the top of Christie, who was pushed underneath the footy. Jackson East there. So's Joel Smith. Hand pass comes the way of Osborne for the Rovers. Ooh. At ground level, had too much on it for Brody Philo. He just taps it out of bounds.
Yeah, you're allowed to do that.
And we're going to have a boundary throw in. 30 metres around from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints goal. Would love a late one here. They trail 73-48 on the Paulie's Corner Cafe scoreboard.
That was full-on deliberate. He had no other intention but to push that ball into the canteen.
Well,
you're allowed to throw the ball in the canteen?
Yep.
Oh, give me a spell.
He wanted some gravy with it when it come back, just like Panda.
Absolutely.
Gee whiz.
Big cup of Maggi gravy,
as it
please.
drips off that gravy as the ball gets tossed in. Well done by the umpire. Gets out the back now. Lewis, just a handball going the wrong way. Worried out of it there was Williamson. Ball just fumbling around. We'll have a repeat stoppage in exactly the same spot.
There's 44 players within 60 metres of the ground. 40. Yep. 36, sorry.
You can see the Myrtleford boys are trying to pull their players out. So nice little tap there, gets their way. McCarthy over, runs it. Ellison now gives a handball sideways towards Philo, who's happy to see this out. And we'll get another stoppage. It's something the Rovers do a lot of. They're happy with repeat stoppages late in quarters. Just take some time. We've gone 27 minutes on the Macca's time clock. And Panda, you try to get us a clearance, please.
Will do for Wangaratta Motor Group. Bait Panda Escott with you, Scotty Montgomery and Bob Jackson here on 3&E's O&M Live. Catapan first to the footy. Good tackle. And McMonagle's clearing kick was smothered by Brody Riccardi. Bobby Jackson, you got a few stats for us for 40 Winks?
I've just got a random one, boys. 13 goals kicked to the left of, kicked to the
bar reserve end.
The bar reserve end. So Myrtleford might, they're definitely going to be kicking to the scoring end in the last quarter. There you go. There's one for you.
There you go. That's only 5 to the Evans Street end. And there's a free kick here.
Gone.
Charlie Crisp has won one for holding the ball. He brought down Xavier Allison. And Crisp is going to go back for his 5th or 6th shot on goal. This is very important. He'll kick from 35 metres out on a 45-degree angle, Bob.
He's just popping up everywhere, isn't he? So for 3 goals is a great return so far, and he's also had another 2 shots on goal, 1 out in the full and 1 point. So this is a context of the game to get within 19 points at 3/4 time. It's a pretty big kick.
It certainly is. He's provided a lot more than a target today, has Charlie Crisp. Slow approach on goal, and it's through the middle.
Doesn't miss many.
19-point ball game. Just what the doctor ordered for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. They move to 54. They trail 19 points. The Rovers are 73. That's on the Paulie's Corner Cafe scoreboard. 28 minutes played on our Macca's time clock.
Very much needed goal. Just in the depths of the third quarter. Going into 3/4 time, that'll give them a sense of hope to peg it back, knowing that they're kicking to the, well, hopefully they know they're kicking to the scoring end. If they're listening to us, they'll know that now.
They'll know that now, absolutely. I reckon Funky's got an earpiece in, don't worry. Well, you never know.
If he's a smart man, he would.
I tell you what, that's a coach killer for Sammy. 28 minutes gone to give up a goal like that when they're just trying to kill the footy. He'll hate that.
And they never give up too many late ones, the Rovers do.
They're normally very good before
they go into that safe mode.
Ball gets tossed up. Cossa gets over the top of the Gaston then. Gaston gets in there and lays a tackle on Capillari. Ball falls out. Just falls away now of Munro. Great feed backwards. Finds a teammate. Just feeds it sideways towards East. Jackson East now goes over the top. Looking for a teammate. Doesn't quite, just fumbles around. Sammy Murray, if you don't mind, just picks it up and runs away. Takes one bounce. He should have another one. No, he keeps going. He's running about 35 metres.
Oh,
That's all right, but what a kick! Finds Markley at the back. Mawson's concrete play of the day from Sammy Murray. Wins the hard ball on centre wing. Takes a bounce and the kick inside 50. Pethbridge shaking his head as he should. Spoke about Wangaratta Rovers giving away a late one. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints about to give away as late as it can get right here to Alex Markley. As he gets moving now, he'll set sail from 20. Straight in front. Alex Markley celebrates straight away. That's what you want from your captain. That's his third. Second for the quarter. Sammy Murray, take a bow. That's your goal, I reckon. Won the footy at centre wing. And the kick out the back was fantastic to give your captain his third goal. And your team's 13th. 13-7. No, 12-7 it is. Sorry. 79. 8-6, 54. We've got a 25-point lead to the Wangaratta Rovers at three-quarter time. Sets the game up beautifully for them for the last quarter. See what the Alpine Saints can do after this break. Because on OM Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury-Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
O&M live on 1566 3NE and O&M Snap Print Solutions TV. And a wonderful third term to the Wangaratta Rovers. After scores were level at half-time, sees them take a 25-point lead into the final change. Blake Pandaresco with you, Scotty Montgomery. We also have Bob Jackson, who is filling out his little stat sheet as we speak. As we go to you, Bob, for our Cavalier Homes quarters best in that third term.
Quarters best was Sam Murray, obviously. He had the 8 touches, so he had 21 for the game. He was a catalyst in getting the ball moving forward for the Wangaratta Rovers. Our goal kickers, Alex Marcoux was a Carlton player back in the 80s, so the number 34, good play, boys. Alex Marcoux kicked the 3 goals. Alex McCarthy's kicked the 2 for... And also Justin Lewis has kicked the 2 for the Rovers, the multiples, and also for Myrtleford, Riley Booker's kicked the 3, and Charlie Crisp has kicked the 4. So there your multiple goal kickers for today. Just a couple of stats for that quarter. Inside 50s was 13-7 for the Wang Rovers going their way, and that was pretty much the story of the quarter with repeat injuries. It's just too much pressure for the Myrtleford defenders, and the 5 goals to 1 represents those stats there, boys.
Okay, so Bobby Jackson there with your 40-wink stat sheet and your Cavalier Homes quarters best. And once again, just one quarter of footy letting down the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, Monty. And Funky Miller definitely would be pretty dirty with that third term, especially after they worked so hard to get back into the game at half-time.
Absolutely. Scores level at half-time and you give up a 5 goal to 1. Third quarter, you'd like to think that this quarter they respond and at least win this quarter, so it's just that one quarter. But if it is only that one, if Wang Rovers continue that on and they get blown out of the water here, I reckon it'd be more disappointed Panda. So you've got to make sure they turn up in this quarter. Their midfield's got to get moving again. See Simon Curtis has gone in there, Matt Munro, so they've got some prime ball movers. Winners going in there, they need to make sure they get on top early. Don't let Catapan and O'Brien and Murray and Philo and those sorts of guys through there for the Rovers get on top early, because we know if they get the sniff of it, they can really do some damage, and they are good front runners when they're up and going.
About 20 blokes down here wrestling in the forward pocket as the game's about to start.
And they're still going.
They're still going, these fellas. One bloke just kicking his hoodie off the ground, so that's what we love here at Country Footy. You get a few weird things in Wangaratta.
This dog's still eyeballing you, Panda.
It is indeed. It is. It's looking up to the box right now. It got a smack off its owner before, actually, because I think it may have hurt one of those little girls down there.
Oh. I reckon it was because it was interrupting your call.
Potentially it was as well. So fourth quarter about to start, all thanks to Cavalier Homes on 3N's O&M Live. Will we see a miraculous comeback from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, or the Wangaratta Rovers kick away? The umpire holds the footy up. Here's Scotty Montgomery for Wang Motor Group and Cavalier Homes on O&M Live.
Ball goes up. We've got the big Frenchman in there again against Cossa. Give it to Cossa, but it goes straight to Murray. On that raking left foot, goes straight inside 50 towards Christie. Well done by Pethbridge, brings it to ground. Ball just fumbles around. Now who's onto it? Pethbridge gets a handball across to Jacobs. Ball fumbles towards Munro. Munro fumbles it below his knees. Gives a quick handball, and here they go through. I think that was East. Gets it on the boot quickly, up and under. Coming through was Forrest, I feel. No, Curtis now slaps it on Maraca for the Saints. Goes inside 50. Not his best kick. McQuaid reads it best. Gets there first. Falls away to Riccardi. Whistle gone.
Free kick.
Played a throw. I don't know who that's against. Obviously against McQuaid, but Riccardi plays on straight away. He's gone towards goal. Lockie Murphy-Dale takes it in the goal square. He's going to kick the first of the quarter for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Plays on, snaps around the body, straight through the middle. Lockie Murphy-Dale kicks his second. First of the quarter goes to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints on the Work Locker Wangaratta scoreboard. It's a 19-point late. 79 the Wang Rovers. 9-6-60, Myrtleford Alpine Saints.
Perfect start for the Myrtleford Saints. In that passage of play, they're 3 big guns, Munro, Fraser-Dale and Lockie Dale, all involved in that link-up with the perfect finish and the perfect start for the last quarter. Saints well and truly back in this game. Definitely need the next one. Game on.
Back to 19 points, as Scotty Montgomery said. 79 plays 60 on your Work Locker Wangaratta scoreboard. Lockie Murphy-Dale with his second goal. He kicked the first one of the game. He's kicked his second in the fourth term. Curtis just got to kick the wrong way again. Munro has to work really hard.
He's done well.
He's done pretty well. Tried to get a hand pass to a teammate, but Catapan intercepts. His kick inside 50 was shallow. Jacobs does well, gets a 1-2 with Hourigan. Runs to centre wing. Beautiful kick back inboard on the opposite side of his foot. Finds Matty Munro. He plays on straight away. Goes short to Del Bosco. Got to get it in his hands a little bit more. It's a poor kick. Working hard and chopping it off in the middle of the ground was Gerish. And he goes out really wide. Finds Tom Boyd in front of the old scoreboard. Pops it down the line. Finds the hard-running O'Brien. His kick to half forward's a beauty. Lewis jumps up, takes it on his chest. He's got Catapan inboard. Decides not to bite off the 45. Chips it over the top to Booth. Good fist from behind from Jacobs. Wins it back and kicks it down the line. It stays into Riley Booker as well for the Saints.
Jacobs worked so hard to stay in that contest with Booth there. Wins it back for his team. Munro now, true centre wing, coming back through the middle. Great cut back through the centre. Finds Curtis. Been a little bit quieter, Simon. Needs to get going in this last quarter for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Gets over the top of Cossa. Ball forwards towards Murphy-Dale. Bit crude there was Shane Gaston. The umpire says play on. Ball now, falls away Gerish. Gerish gives a handball back to Boyd. Boyd gets a clearing kick, and it's a nice one. Finds O'Brien, plays on straight away. Gives it to Catapan, back to O'Brien. Goes to Philo. The prime ball winners. Philo now back to O'Brien. Gives it back now again to Philo. A little bit of keepings off here from the Wangaratta Rovers. Goes out now towards the lead of Booth. Being paid the mark. Or was it a free kick? It was one of the two. It's going to go the way of Stewie Booth. On the half-forward flank. So about 70 away from goal. It's going to go long, inside 50. Looking for Marklew. No, Christie chops in from the front. Takes a great grab. And he's going to go back. I reckon he's going to have a shot here. It's going to be all 45 metres by the time he takes the kick. Microphone, Bobby.
Sorry, boys.
You got to flick it there, Bob.
That's it. Rookie. Myrtleford's had all the play early. They would have been disappointed with that last passage of play. They're inside 50, looking at a shot on goal, and as quick as a flash, Rovers are inside 50, having a shot on goal.
That dog's crying again.
I reckon Lockie Murphy, that was a bit stiff. Probably could have got to go high. Yes. Anyway, goes up the other end, and Will Christie now for the Rovers. Could be starting to bang one nail in the coffin here if he puts it through. He's hit the post. Jeez, they've hit the post a couple of times today. Disappointing himself, Will. Takes them to 12-8-80, 9-6-60. 20-point lead to the Wangaratta Rovers. The Work Locker Wangaratta scoreboard. We've gone 4.5 minutes on the Macca's time clock.
Just got to take it on here, Myrtleford, on all instances here. And bite off all aggressive kicks. Gerish does well. His hand pass, though, asked a lot of the big Frenchman. Had to go down too low. Beatty was brought down and a good tackle from Catapan. His hand pass missed his teammate. Maraka through traffic does beautifully. On to big Toby Cossa, who just kicks it long on the boot. First one back there is Williamson. He got a horrible bounce. Will it sit for Fraser Dale? It does. Tries to get through a couple of teammates. He dropped the ball. Tries to kick it out to Riccardi, who was sitting off the contest. He's been brought down beautifully.
He's done well there.
Good defensive play by the Rovers. Ball up, 55 out from Myrtleford's goal.
That could have quite easily went the other way, 100 miles an hour. He's done well to hold that in there.
Fraser Dale looked like he was in slow motion for a second there, trying to pick the footy up as he gets tossed up. He's done a lot of work. Gaston gives a little tap. Curtis gets the clearance, goes inside 50, goes towards Cripps. Just a nice little tap to a teammate, and it's Beatty. Beatty sits on it. What's Elmo going to do here? It falls his way now to Murray. Murray just gets dispossessed of it. Good tackle from Gerish. Nice little kick off the ground by Booker. Joel Smith's first there. Now it's Allison for the Rovers. Allison gives a nice little handball to Gerish. Gerish has a little bit of time and space. Confronted now by Beatty. Back again to Gerish and fumbled out of bounds. Great pressure there from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Keep it inside 50, and we'll have a ball in 45 metres away from their goal.
I reckon Stiff on 2 or 3 occasions there not to get a free kick for a high, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints.
Time.
There were 2 umpires within 20 metres of each other, and none of them called anything. Boundary throw in. Inside attack here for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Comes the way here of Calagero on the blue boots. Beautiful lowering kick over the head of Murphy-Dale. He just jumped a little bit too early. Charles Ledger clears it for the Rovers. It's coming straight back. Hourigan intercepts. Too far out to score. 80 plays 60. 20-point ball game. Rovers lead on the Work Locker Wangaratta scoreboard. We've gone just over 5 minutes on the Macca's time clock. Hourigan keeps it short. Been called to play on. Gets it back from Curtis, and he goes even shorter. That one finds Riley Buka still too far out to score. Here's Monty, Wang Motor Group.
What are you pointing at there, Bob? Found something inside 50, as he know. Murphy-Dale goes over his head. Fraser-Dale's there as well, but the Rovers have it. Falls away with McCarthy. Probably going to get a high tackle, and he is. Diesel Beatty a little bit eager there. Alex McCarthy just wanted the footy and got there first. He's going to go sideways to the coach. They do this a lot. Find Sam. Give him another 40 wings possession, please, Bob.
Done.
Goes short to Philo. Been great in this second half as Brodie plays on straight away with that lethal kick. Finds Gaston in the centre circle. Wants to play on straight away as the big Frenchman. Goes inside 50. It's not a great kick. Pethbridge is going to be the first there. Mark Lou looks a little lame. Can't quite get there. Clearing kick now. Goes the way of Riccardi. Riccardi tries to take on Nolan. Gets a handball over to Forrest. Been worried out of bounds. We'll have a ball up. Throw in, sorry. In front of the Canberra, where the premiership reunion's going on. It'll be in full swing tonight, I reckon.
Certainly will. So a boundary throw in. The Rovers have taken about 7 or so minutes off here. Only conceded the 1 goal in this final term for Worklocker Wangaratta and Cavalier Holmes. Levi Young up against McQuaid. Well done by Allison. Put his teammate under a bit of pressure. Curtis probably should have got a free kick for holding the ball there. Coming through with pace was Riccardi. Diesel Beatty tried to get a hand pass out. McMonagle just fumbled it. Riccardi goes in again. Was he grabbed high? Umpire says no, ball up. Centre wing. And that dog is crying. Wants a bit of tucker. Wants a few lollies up here, Monty.
Wants some gravy.
20-point lead to the Rovers. 80 plays 60. Here's Monty for Wang Motor Group.
Well done, Cosso. He's been great in the ruck today for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Falls away of Maracca. Goes backwards. Finds Collegiero. Goes up and under. No one really wants it except Jace McQuaid. He's been big today again, I reckon. Been fantastic down back. Gives a handball now to Philo. Philo goes short, looking for O'Brien. Over his head. Christie's first there. Nice little spin. Will Christie goes back into trouble now. Gets a handball to O'Brien. O'Brien inside 50. It's a tired looking kick. Doesn't quite get there. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints are going to mop it up here. Del Bosco, sideway to Munro, confronted straight away by Lewis. Here comes the pressure. Well done there by Capillari. Finds Maracca. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints are going to get out of trouble here with an up and under kick. It's going to fall the way of Gary. She did well. Just taps it in front of himself. Nice handball to Christie. Christie wants a shot, but Finn Osborne got in his way. Had to go sideways, and his kick's not great into the pocket. It's going to go over the top of the Frenchman. The Frenchman and Del Bosco, first two there. Happy to see it out of bounds. Finn Osborne would have liked to have got out of the way a bit quicker for Big Will then. So I reckon he wanted to set sail for home. But we'll have a ball in about 30 away from the Rovers' goal.
Will Christie Dacos.
10 minutes played. Macca's time clock. 4th term for Cavalier Holmes. The Rovers still by 20 points. Only 1 goal in this final term to Lockie Murphy-Dale for the Saints. Gaston beautifully tapped down to Catapan, who kicks it out of the stoppage. It's a high up and under. Booth just sits off the contest beautifully. His kick was smothered. In fact, I reckon he actually made contact with Pethbridge. He was that close. Capillari just clears it down the wing. Broadcast side, all Rovers, all brown and gold. Gerish receives a hand pass, has to get rid of it. Young chased him down from behind. Gerish kicks long. Pethbridge not able to mark. Coming through with pace was Murray. Just ran past the footy. Philo's there as well. Shovels it backwards to McCarthy. For goal number 3, Alex McCarthy. It's missed. Looked pretty good for a long way. Dribbled across the face of goal. Through for a minor score. 81 plays 60 on the Worklocker Wangaratta scoreboard. Rovers lead.
He's a Johnny-on-the-spot type of player, Alex McCarthy. He's just been in the right spot at the right time to give himself an opportunity to have a shot on goal.
No, they rate him very highly down here to the Rovers, and you can see why. He's their Mr. Fix-It. Goes in the middle, goes forward, can play anywhere. Myrtleford Alpine Saints now. 21-point deficit. They need to get moving if they're going to be a chance here. Mitch Del Bosco has it. Goes short to Lockie Dale. Called the play on straight away. Goes sideways. Now it finds its way to East. East to Munro. Back towards East. No, goes past him and finds Del Bosco. Del Bosco picks it up cleanly. Gets a kick out into space. Who's going to be the one that gets there first? It's McMonigle or is it Jacobs? Jacobs wins it for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, and a nice little don't argue. Great kick inside 50 there. Finds Diesel Beatty. Beatty plays on straight away to Cossa. Cossa doesn't take the mark. Drops it. Ball fumbling in front. It's going to be a free kick. Is it for too high? It is. Against Will Christie. And it could be an extra one, but Capillari is going to be the recipient. And he's going to go back. Have the shot from a slight angle, 30 metres out. And for a guy of his sort of skill level, should be able to put this one through.
He's been outstanding today, Capillari. He's been everywhere. He's been deep, helping out the defenders get the ball out of their D50. Now he's pushing forward to put some pressure on the scoreboard where Myrtleford really need this goal, and it takes it back to 15 points of deficit if he kicks this.
To give him a chance. A sniff in this final quarter, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Tom Capillari puts it straight through the middle. And he likes it. Goes and let Will Christie know about it. Still on goal today. Tom Capillari. It's been fantastic today for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Cuts that deficit back to 15 points. 10-6-66, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. 12-9-81, the Wangaratta Rovers on the work locker Wangaratta scoreboard. And we've gone 12 minutes on the Macca's time clock.
He's had an outstanding game today, Capillari. He's really complimented Munro and the Dale boys beautifully today, and he's really worked well with Cossa around the ground as well. So he's had a pretty good day, and that was a good finish as well. So we need a little bit more out of him if this game's going to get really tight.
The two Shepparton boys have been involved a bit too in Calogero and Beatty. Beatty involved in that scoring chain. I love the ruck duel between Christie and Cossa. They've just gone at it all day. Old-fashioned one-on-one. McMonagle went back into traffic. Munro goes back to Del Bosco. Had to get rid of it quickly. It's an inside-out barrel. Allison up against Turner. Turner did well. Allison did even better. Wins it back. Goes out wide by hand to Osborne. His kick's a bit of a worm burner. Really clean at ground level was Del Bosco. Hand pass it on to Munro. His kick floated forward, but it's been intercepted by his former Werribee teammate in Tommy Boyd, who's intercepted at half-back. Broadcast side. Plays it safe, kicks it long down the line. Munro has to sit underneath it. Beatty at ground level. Osborne overran the footy, and we're going to have a stoppage right in front of our commentary position. 81 plays 66. Rovers lead. Worklocker Wangaratta scoreboard. We've played 13 minutes, Monty, for Maccas in this final term.
Sam Murray just come back up to put himself in the middle. Cossa, give him that tap. Follow, little shovel backwards. Munro does well, gets held onto. Umpire says play on. There's Diesel Beatty, as Panda said, been great in this quarter. Goes sideways to Curtis. Confronted straight away by Ellison. Sideways kick. Tom Boyd chops it off. Just boots the crap out of it. Goes long towards Jacobs. Good spore from Lewis from behind. Follow, shovels a handball sideways. Catapan gets it. Who's he going to? He's got a bit of time and space now. Kicks around the body towards O'Brien. Ball falls down straight away, and there's that man Philo. He's been great for the Rovers in the second half. Handball to McCarthy. McCarthy, great handball to Finn Osborne in space. Goes down the line towards Marklew. Not the best kick. Gives Pestbridge a chance. Ball now falls sideways to Del Bosco. Now to Capillari. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints are going to reload from half-back here, and here they go through Del Bosco.
Yeah, good kick from Calogero once again, biting off the 45 in the middle. Munro's hand pass wasn't good. It allowed Justin Lewis to pressure his opponent. Here's Munro, gets a 1-2. He's been everywhere in this last quarter. Here's Del Bosco, the run and gun from the Saints. One-on-one, Murphy Dale out the back. Beat McCartney, but well done by Boyd, who chopped off the contest. Dale applies a big, strong tackle. The Saints want ball.
It's the right call.
It is the right call. It's a ball up 35, 40 metres around from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints goal, who are attacking. They're trailed by 15 points in this final term for Cavalier Holmes. 15 played, Monty.
Matty Munro's really put a stamp on this last quarter. He's had 11 touches to date in the last quarter.
Chris v. Christie. Christie wins it, but there's that man Riccardi. Oh, not his best effort. Goes all 3.5 metres to the boundary line. And we'll get another ball, a throw in here. Repeat stoppages. The Rovers won't mind this. 15 minutes gone on the Macca's time clock. They'll be desperate to waste a few more minutes here. Only the 2 goals scored so far. Ball gets tossed in. Give that one to Chris. Nice tap sideways. Xavier Allison for the Rovers, chops it off. Goes to Murray. Murray backwards. Finds Boyd. Boyd just boots it with a yuck kick, and it's going to fall the way of Curtis. Well done, Justin Lewis from behind again. Christie gets wrapped up as soon as he picks it up. And we're going to have another ball up inside 50 for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Panda, you try to get us a nice clearance here and some clean footy, please.
Tell you what, if Curtis takes that mark, he's having a shot on goal.
And probably kicking it.
Yep, and they're back to 9 points. Ball up inside 50 for the Saints. Philo stepped up a notch in this second half. His kick was a bit of a grubber, but it doesn't matter because McCarthy marked defensive half of the ground for the Rovers, right up against the boundary line. The Saints are really pressing here. McCarthy hugs the boundary line. Gaston got out the back. Marklew did well, tapped it over Cossa. Absolutely no one in front of him. It's a good old-fashioned foot race and an open 50. Stewie Booth up against Del Bosco. Same as the third term. Same result. Booth, Del Bosco, foot race goes the way of Stewie Booth. Snaps a beautiful goal. The Rovers look home. It was a clever little kick to space from Mark Lou out the back. They lead again by 21 points, 87 plays 66.
There's a marking contest here on centre wing, and I was watching Alex Marklew. He didn't commit to the contest. He sat down and watched the ball drift over the back of the pack where 3 Myrtleford players went against the 1. He saw the ball roll out the back. Johnny on the spot. Plenty of open space out in front, and the kick out in front of Nolan was a beauty, absolute beauty. Carbon copy of the goal he kicked last quarter. Pure foot race. Nolan wins it by a street and a perfect finish. Little right foot snap across the body. Fantastic.
Stewie Booth just got leg speed over Mitch Del Bosco, doesn't he? And twice now. Said Del Bosco's head just go down and think, I've got to chase hard.
Kale Hooker, Buddy Franklin-esque.
Oh, absolutely. Doesn't give up Mitchie, but yeah, just doesn't quite have the leg speed as he did. This ball now just fumbles around in the middle. Don't know who's going to get a clean possession here, but someone needs to. Little toe poke from Curtis. Falls away now of Xavier Allison. Gives a handle to Sammy Murray. Had to kick it on his right. He doesn't like kicking on that foot. He'll have a sore foot for 3 days after that one. Kicked it sideways.
Is that deliberate?
I don't know. No, it wasn't. It wasn't paid.
Sorry.
I don't know if they know, but Sam has no right foot, so he didn't mean that. He wanted to kick it forward. He just can't. As he has a little laugh there with Diesel Beatty about it. Ball gets tossed in. Half-forward flank for the Alpine Saints. Goes the way of Fraser Dale. Handball now to Munro. He's been big in this quarter. Finds Cossa. He goes sideways to East. East just throws onto the boot. It's not a need inside 50, but Murphy Dale's first there. Over the back now. Riccardi. Hey, what can he do? Fumbles it. Goes over the boundary line. And we'll have a throw in 15 metres away from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints goals.
Matty Munro's been enormous this quarter. He's had 12 already.
He's been in everything. In the 40-wing stat sheet has Matty Munro. We'll go around the ground soon and chase some scores from some other games. Wangaratta Magpies lead Albury by 25 points late in that 4th term. Murphy Dale trying to just get a kick on goal. Good pressure here by the Rovers. Doing all the things right defensively. Looks like we're going to have a stoppage at half forward. In fact, no. Swings out the back of the contest. Buka up against Allison. Nolan, Shagger wins it for the Wangaratta Rovers. Kicks it out towards the scoreboard, but it's going to come straight back because Lockie Horrigan marks for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints and he plays on straight away, goes short to Calogero.
Calagero's been good this quarter too for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Had plenty of it. He's asking for someone to lead at him. Goes inside 50 now. Goes over the back, through the hands of McQuaid. Finds a way to Shag and Nolan. Nolan handball sideways to Ledger. Ledger now to Boyd. Boyd towards Catapan. Well done, Calogero. Chopped it off. And we're going to have a boundary throw in as we go around the grounds. Pando, have you got those scores for me?
I do for Wangaratta Mazda. So Wangaratta in front by 25 over Albury. So Wang, well, they're going to win that one. Raiders are going to get their second win over Corowa. Yarrawonga are home over North Albury. And Lavington lead Wodonga by 2 points, 76 to 74.
It's 82 to 74 there now, just a goal scored. So the Panthers kicking away, 8-point lead there. Here we have a 21-point lead for the Wangaratta Rovers. Who feel like they're doing enough in this quarter just to hold on. It's not great footy. It's been very scrappy in this last quarter thanks to Cavalier Holmes. This ball gets tossed up again. Cossa versus Christie. Falls away of Sammy Murray on the boot quickly towards the big Frenchman, Gaston. Gaston just ducks under a tackle, and it's a great little handball to Justin Lewis. Being lively has Lewis. Mark Lou, he's going to set Salva home from 60. No, he gets Pethbridge off the ground. Sets Salva home from 45 instead. Alex Mark Lou. Steal on goal today. Puts the nail in the coffin. There's Alex Marklew with his 4th. Takes it out to a 27-point lead for the Wangaratta Rovers. And that's about all she wrote, boys, on the Work Locker Wangaratta scoreboard. Takes them to 14-9, 93 to 10-6, 66.
That's been a fascinating contest all day between Alex Marklew and Pethridge. And Alex has just worked and worked and worked and worked. He's a bit lame. He's got a sore leg. He's been bashed and pillared from pillar to post. But to get 4 goals to this date on return, Sam Murray would be wrapped with that.
He summed it up beautifully because there was no one inside attacking 50. Mark Lou, he sold a bit of candy. He set sail and finished beautifully from 50. Calagero's hand pass has been intercepted. Canapan kicks to half forward. Good fist there by O'Brien. It looks like he's played a fair bit forward in this final term. Jacobs for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Hand pass to Maraca, who goes out wide to Dale. He comes inboard to half forward. Good kick. Murphy Dale just didn't commit to the contest. Comes out the back. Riccardi working hard for the Alpine Saints. He's done that a few times in this quarter, Lockie Murphy-Dale. He's just sort of run under the footy a little bit. And we've got a ball up inside attacking 50 for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, who have once again been pretty brave. Just lacked a little bit of class. And that third term's going to be their Achilles heel. Philo kicks it out wide. It's been marked on the wing by McMonigal. Second game for the Wangaratta Rovers. His kick hangs a long time in the air. It allows Jacobs to impact the contest and win a one-on-one versus Lockie O'Brien. His kick, though, is a shocker. Out of bounds on the full. The Rovers have done enough, Bobby, for Elite Building Construction. They're going to stay in second on the ladder.
It's been a pretty professional performance after half-time. They've shut down the game when they feel as though they need to. They've controlled the tempo, controlled the pace, and they've put the foot down when they need to. And whenever Myrtleford have challenged, they've responded beautifully. With their defensive six, as Monty put it in the preview, they're one of the better in the competition. They've proved that again today.
Just flexed their muscle at the right time at the Wangaratta Rovers. This second half, they've been absolutely fantastic. This man's been great for him in the middle, and Christie goes down the line now, finds a teammate. Quick handball on. Here we go. O'Brien, no. Out of bounds on the full. Fails to score. Not great. Not a great little finish there. And we'll just see the Alpine Saints. They need to move it straight away. We've gone 23 minutes on the Macca's time clock. Time is not their friend. They're taking a little bit too long here in the back pocket. It's Hourigan. Kicks it long. Christie versus Cossa. Christie pushed under it. Umpire says play on. Ellison's first there, but just overran it. Booker now. Gives it now to Cossa, to Curtis. And here they go. Through Harrington. Harrington takes a bounce. Has another one now. Needs to have another one. He's got blokes streaming inside 50. Munro's out the back, but he goes a little bit early. And Tom Boyd takes another intercept mark. And that's it. That was their chance there. Munro was streaming towards goal. If he had found him, we would have got him back in it. But I feel that's about all she wrote.
Just the wrong kick to the goal side of his intended target. And Tom Boyd was there with another intercept mark. In saying that, though, Tom Boyd's kick wasn't great. Out of bounds on the full, and the Saints win it back. Fraser Dale is just going to kick it long into attack. A labouring old sort of kick. Murphy Dale does well. Hand passes it inboard to Maraka, who gets a kick away. It's a high up and under.
Great.
Turner put his hands up. Levi Young was grabbed without the footy, and there's going to be a free kick here.
Paid push in the back to Young.
It's going to go to Levi Young. He didn't have the footy. Push in the back, probably there, and he's going to go back and have a shot on goal. Snaps straight away, and it's through for a major. A little too late for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, who moved to 11-6-72. The Rovers 14-9-93 on the Work Locker Wangaratta scoreboard. Bob Jackson, we have played 24 minutes on the Macca's time clock.
Yeah, a little bit fortunate there, but the Wangaratta Rovers player fell into the back of Levi Young. Quickly played on to get the goal to give a zephyr of hope, I suppose. Is there a zephyr?
No.
Glimmer?
Done.
What's minute hope? 23 minutes gone. They need to get a real avalanche going, but I just felt as though they haven't pulled the trigger early enough to play faster footy to get themselves back in the game. But credit to Rovers, they've controlled the tempo for majority of this quarter, majority of this half, if we're going to be honest. They've played some really professional football, and all the superstars have come out to play today when it was needed. Brady Philo and also Sam Murray have been instrumental.
They've been fantastic for the Rovers. All tossed up now. Been a great battle in the ruck between those two young emerging ruckmen. Munro gets the clearance for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Just kicks it sideways, but Garish chops it off for the Wangaratta Rovers. Plays on straight away to Philo.
Oh, a couple of dogs now. There's two of them, boys.
Couple of dogs. Oh, no. Panda's jumped up. He's not happy about it. Here come the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. That's a terrible kick. Goes out in the space towards Maraka. Lockie McCartney coming out, but he goes past him. Maraka's done such a good job there to find it. Goes sideways towards East. Jackson East wants to go inside 50. Does now. Oh, what a grab that is.
He's got to go.
Lockie Murphy-Dale. He's got to hurry it up. Tries to get back quickly. Thought he might have been one of those ones to just play on and snap it around, but Lockie Murphy-Dale got a score for us there, Panda.
Full time at Lavington. They've beaten the Dogs by 21 points.
21?
Yep, and Corowa have lost to the Raiders full time there.
Yeah. Lockie Murphy-Dale set sail from 45. Put it through. He's happy with his own work there. That's his third. Second for the quarter. Again, gives him a glimmer of hope, but I think it's too little too late. 26 minutes gone on the Macca's time clock. We have a 15-point lead to the Wangaratta Rovers on the Work Locker Wangaratta scoreboard.
I'm thinking there's 3 or 4 minutes play. Lee Matthews' theory, they need 3 goals. So they're still in it. There's still a hope. You're telling me there's still a chance?
There is still a tiny little glimmer of hope. The dog seems to think so. The Magpies are home against Albury. They lead by 42 points, and Yarrawonga have defeated North Albury by 46. And here it's a 15-point ball game as Bob just throws his microphone off and the siren is going to sound.
There wasn't 3 minutes left.
There wasn't indeed.
3 seconds I just found out, boys.
The Rovers are home. They record a very important win over the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, 14-9-93 over Myrtleford 12-6-78 on Past Players Reunion Day. They've done enough to beat the Myrtleford Alpine Saints here on 3&E's O&M Live as Bob and Monty head boundary side to award our Harvey Norman beating Player of the Day. It'll be hard to go across against maybe Al Marklew. He kicked the 4 goals and was outstanding for the Wangaratta Rovers. Brody Philo was good once again. Sam Murray was good. They had a host of contributors and they were just too good for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, who were once again very brave. So 4 goals to Alex Marklew, 2 to Alex McCarthy, and then singles to Elijah Amory, Justin Lewis, Shane Gaston, Sam Murray, Brody Philo and Stewie Booth. While for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, it was 4 to Charlie Crisp, 2 to Riley Bucher, 1 to Capillari, Levi Young, and also Ned Turner. As Scotty Montgomery and Bob Jackson head boundary side to award our Harvey Norman betting Player of the Day. Professional win for the Wangaratta Rovers. It's their 7th in 2024. Full-time around the ground scores. The Raiders 97 over Cora Rutherglen 53. We have Yarrawonga 100 over North Albury 54 and Lavington 95 over Wodonga 74. As Bobby Jackson just sorts himself out on the boundary. He's walking towards some of the Wangaratta Rovers players and he looks like he's found Alex Marklew, the FUD. No, he's found Sam Catapan down on the boundary, Bob Jackson.
Yeah, mate, we've got our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day, Sam Catapan. Great win. Bounce back after the Wodonga game.
Yeah, it was obviously a tough loss a couple of weeks ago, so we had a 2-week break to sort of think about it, and I think we came out today and we came up against a really good opponent in Myrtleford, and we had to fight to the end siren, but it's good to get back on the winners list, mate.
You got in and dirty all day today, mate. You're in and under, got the ball out to the flashy players, mate. Someone's got to do it, but you got dirty today and played really well.
Yeah, that's about all I'm okay at, mate. I'll get it out to the good users like Lockie O'Brien and Sam Murray, but we've got a good little mix in there and it's starting to work well, and we're obviously building on it as well.
Yeah, the Twin Towers in Gaston and Chris. I'm fascinated by Ruckman. Can you give me an insight as to how they roll? They're different cats, the Ruckman, but you've got 2 guys that have got a bit of character. They like to dance and twist and blind turn. Can you give me something on those 2 boys?
Yeah, they're 2 pretty rare units in Fudd and Shane Gaston, but yeah, they're obviously working really well in tandem together. Shane's had a fantastic year. He sort of chopped out Will Christie in the ruck, and then he's played a really important role playing forward for us, and Fudd was really good today as well.
Well done, mate. Excellent game. Enjoy the song, mate.
Sam Catapan, our Harvey Norman betting Player of the Day. He was outstanding. I think we were doing his stats, Monty. If you can look over there, maybe we can find out how many he had. He would have had a lot.
I think we were 20. I think he had, only 4 in the last quarter. His first half was fantastic. He had 13 at half time, so I think that's what Bobby said on the way down. He was the guy that really got him going early on. So that's why he ended up giving it to him, the player.
You're a bit puffed, Monty.
I am. It was a good run back.
You did. You ran up there and took the photo for our social media.
A bit of chatting too to Elmer Fudd, wanted a quick chat.
Did he? You should have got him in the mic.
Well, Gatto's, I didn't have the mic on me, otherwise I probably would have, but Gatto's like, mate, stop trying to fish to get the Player of the Day. You haven't had one this year, so I like that from Gatto.
He hasn't had one. And
little swat from Gatto.
He's always quick with the one-liners, is Shane Gaston. So a good win to the Wangaratta Rovers. It just straightens them up, Monty, I reckon.
Absolutely.
Them and the Yarrawonga Pigeons will meet in a massive clash next week, 1 versus 2. We're going to be broadcasting that one on 3&E's O&M Live as well, so that's going to be a beauty. As the Wangaratta Rovers head into the change rooms right now, they're going to sing this one nice and loud as they move to 7-1. 7th win of the year, equal first in the ladder with the Yarrawonga Pigeons. Looks like Harry McMonagle's gone in the middle.
Gatorade shower.
Gatorade shower. happy Wangaratta Rovers camp. They were too good today over the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. 14-9-93 over Myrtleford 12-6-78. We're going to take a break. Stay with us. A massive post-game show for Wang Motor Group on the other side of this. The Rovers are happy. We're all happy. And at O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.